Welcome, you guys. The first Heritage Signature Auction of 2025 is upon us. Big day. Big day. Yeah, it's time. Big day. I just want to say good luck to all bidders, all buyers today. Tonight's auction, of course, is sponsored by Heritage Auctions. So if you're thinking, hey, I want to get into the next signature auction, it is coming up in May. It'll be May 23rd and 24th. Consignment cutoff is April 2nd. So you have about another month and a little bit to get consigned for the next signature auction in May. Video games at ha.com to reach out. And of course, with the signature auction, with the showcase auction, it's the best of the best, right? If you have your ultra rare Zeldas, Marios, your really high grade stuff, the signature auction might be the perfect place for you to get top dollar for your video game collectibles. Video games at ha.com. There's a link in the description. They can help you get stuff graded. They can give you free appraisals. Video games at ha.com. Huge thanks to them sponsoring. Huge thanks to you guys showing up for the signature. Day 1. Floor. Live auction. This is the big one. The auction does continue tomorrow. There is day 2 where we get slightly less expensive stuff. So if you're hoping to bid, here day 1 and you're like, man, these prices are crazy, I can't afford anything, tomorrow would be a bit of a cheaper day, a bit of less grades. Just keep that in mind. There is another auction, another portion of the auction tomorrow. Would your Mission Mario only be offered on Signature Day 1? I doubt it. There is a Mario today, Elijah. Speaking of the Mission Mario, one of the closest things I'm watching today is the Mario Bros. Right here, the 9.6 A plus oval, because this could screw up the market for me. This is already sitting at $20,000. If this goes for, say, 30,000, 40,000, you're really quiet? Maybe just me? Am I quiet or not? Do I need the audio up? Let me know. I'm basically like, it looks like I'm clipping on my screen. Looks like I'm almost clipping on my mic. I'm good? I'm fine? Okay, good. Yeah, if this Mario here pushes to like $30,000, $40,000, this can fuck up the market for me, right? Like, this can screw me up. Because then the 9.4 will go up in price. The 9.2 will go up in price. So, this is one thing that I'm watching very closely here. The last 9.4 A plus was 18,750, so it's like, oh man. We'll see. We'll see where this one ends at. There was a 9.2 A plus on eBay as well, just shy of 12,000 very recently. That was a few days ago, I believe. Yeah, I'll have to pay more for your 85 plus. Like, seriously, though.
Quarters here in Dallas, Texas.
It's one of those things where the comps will simply lead to higher comps. So
today's auction, 2025.
I don't think a 9.2 or 9.4 would show up day 1 these days, but you never know.
And I am a licensed auctioneer here.
But welcome in, you guys. Elijah, KSI, Individual, Comac, Odin, Joseph, Leo, Game Gallery. Welcome in. It's through Mustaine, Exploded Hamster, Dukester, Jonathan, Garrett. Good to see you in live here, Garrett. Good stuff. Good stuff. Any interest in Mario on eBay? 5,600 USD oboe. Is the grade too low? Grade's too low, Boxwy. At bare minimum, I want 9.0 A plus. Bare minimum. But I don't even, you know what I mean? I would like 9.2, 9.4. Shareware version of Doom, is this expensive? You already have a copy of Doom Shareware? Yes, factory sealed copies of Doom Shareware shot up a lot over the past year or two. The last 85 sale for Doom Shareware was 4,000. The highest price ever for 85 Doom Shareware was 8,400. So if you do have a factory sealed copy of, there you go, Jeff. That's the trick. The trick is factory sealed on all of this stuff. The trick is always factory sealed. Who's this fresh-faced Texan lad? Yeah, I'm not sure. Actually, I do. This is Raiden, isn't it? I'm positive that this dude's name was Raiden. And I remember that because his name is fucking Raiden. Because it's very memorable.
My acceptance of a last-minute bid.
I think his lore was that his parents met like playing a Mortal Kombat arcade machine. I'm deep on this guy. I got this guy's entire compendium, so.
Understanding when that does occur. In addition to those of you
the entire compendium on this auctioneer.
Taking bids by phone. A buyer's premium of
No interest in an early production SMB. Just a sealed one, any variant? Well, the early prints get too expensive for me, crypto. So, like, I do have a really nice hang tab CIB Mario Bros. But if we're talking about purchasing a factory sealed hang tab or even a factory sealed circle seal, I literally just can't afford them.
Just a couple things to go
I think there's a factory sealed hang tab copy in this auction, isn't there?
Increment once per lot. The cut bid is a
yeah, there's an 8.0A hang tab copy sitting at 24,000. It's probably going to sell for like 50k. So it's like, yeah, day one Dylan. No, not this. Day one Dylan fucked up, man. That was where that Yoshi came from.
This is announced when there is a tie.
That Yoshi story was a day one purchase. I blew it. Day one Chad. I thought I was big dickin'. Blew my budget. Welcome in, Cristiano, for live from the auction room. Live with the lobster and champagne.
No errata in this sale.
Good to see you still have the stream open, dude.
Your participation in this sale, please call.
Yeah, the auctioneer's Raiden. That's what I thought. There we go. His name's frickin' Raiden.
And I am required to announce that in compliance.
Is the 9.68 plus Adventure of Link? Yes, sir, it is. Sitting at 5,750 right now. How loud's the auctioneer? Should I turn him down? I don't know how loud he's coming in. I can turn him down a little bit more.
Austin, Texas 78711.
I know he's just babbling about all of the he's just babbling about all the rules and stipulations here.
Let's start off this great offering with lot number 1. What do we have? I have a bid of 2,700. We're going to jump up to 3,800.
So you'll immediately see every time these open, the proxy bids come in first. So that'll be those internet bids. These are people who placed bids before the auction started. And then any kind of lives here are ones that are going. People sitting here just like me and you bidding. Or someone at the live auction room, because this one being the big day, this is where people show up live as well to go bid at Heritage Auctions headquarters. Looking for 6,000 on the Doom Sharer right now. 85 plus highest graded, second highest graded copy, highest one they've ever offered, I think. So Doom Shareware, interestingly, to start off the auction, does continue to fall in price. I was talking to someone about this. Yeah, there's 4 only, 1 VGA 90. I was talking to someone about this, and I thought if you can get it for 4 to 5k, it's kind of a steal. Because you're under, you know, the 85 just went for 4k. It sold as much as 8,400 a year or so ago. I just think it's not bad to get the 85 plus now for a little bit more than the 85 price. Sword Quest Waterworld is incredible. Unreleased, I'm pretty sure it's unreleased. Yeah, only available through Atari Club, sorry. It never got a full commercial release. And the other one was straight up canceled, Airworld or whatever it is. So you got Fireworld, Earthworld, Waterworld, Airworld. Supposed to play all 4 games, solve them, submit for prizes, and you get like rare jewels and relics. Like they had like crowns and shit they were going to give out. I don't know if those actually ever existed, but Waterworld and the Fireworld games, these are some of the coolest Atari games in my personal opinion. Waterworld has always been a grail. 8.5A plus factory sealed copy are pushing $4,000. The last 7.5A plus went for about 3, so 8.5A plus not showing weakness, I would say, right? $1,000 more than the 7.5 a little while ago. The prizes did exist, but they were scrapped for gold. That's tough. That sucks to hear. Because, yeah, the prizes they were giving away were insanity. It was like the biggest video game... Yeah, see, like, even on the thing it says, win the $25,000 jeweled crown. And that's in like 1983. They were giving away a piece of jewelry worth $25,000 in 1983. That's probably like $200,000 with inflation. It's an insane video game promotion. Very cool history there. If you don't know about Sword Quest, like just go watch a YouTube video. Go watch a YouTube video. Very cool Atari history. Atari 5200 prototype console, which is getting a lot of love here. Damn. Atari Video System X prototype console 5200. This is pushing up to almost 5,000 here. Video System X VSX was rebranded to the 5200. I'm actually surprised to see a 5200 prototype get like 4500 sounds I don't know, should it sup, yo? Like the 5200 is a very niche console in general. Almost $5,000 for it? I don't know. You went stupid and got the Zelda Tears console 95 for 2.5k. Thank God for the parlays. Hey, there we go. You roll those parlay victories into an actual item. Nothing wrong about that. 2.5k is a lot better than the 3,000 or 3,500 you said the first time there. Diva Hala. So, Bionic Commando 9.8 A++. Is this the game that guy was like crying about? That he wanted to like take his consignments back from Heritage or something? If you guys were in the Discord, you probably remember. He was on Reddit complaining, and then he was highest graded copy here, 9.8 A++, Bionic Commando. Beautiful, beautiful copy of the game here. Pushing up to 4,500. Anytime we get like the 9.8 A++s, it's tough. This is the highest graded, nicest graded copy ever offered. We're pushing 4,500 here. Watching from the UK, welcome in, John. You're gonna go broke today. Yeah, how many of you guys are bidding today? Like, I don't think I'm gonna bid, but I mean, we'll just see. You won the contest fast. Atari is so back. Atari's back, baby. People really brought their wallets tonight. Day one, man. Day one. Duncan, watching from the Netherlands. Go, dude. That's awesome. 4,750 on the Bionic Commando. Like, I don't know if it's super expensive. You know what I mean? I mean, I guess the last 9.6A, $1,500. That's back in 2022. $1,000 for 9.4A plus. That was back in May 2023. What is this, like a 4X? Yeah. Simon's Quest, also a 9.8 A++. Jesus. All right. Highest graded copy of Simon's Quest as well. Ever offered, ever existed, pushing its way to 7,500 here. Day 2 starts at the exact same time as day 1 did. 4 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Eastern. Whatever that converts to for UK time. It says it's the highest grade than any other on the 2024 Pop Report. Sup, yo. So this should be the highest graded copy that exists. Both Bionic Commando and Castlevania Simon's Quest here. Crispy AF, 38 freaking months, dude. Let's go, man. Let's go, dude. Yeah, Castlevania 2 early print is a grail. I agree. Like, I know Simon's Quest is a meme and everything, but like Simon's Quest being a meme, having meme culture around it, that like keeps relevance. That absolutely keeps relevance. Yeah, there's 100 games coming up, individual, so I assume the auction will be 2 to 3 hours. So if you are looking for, you know, like lot 75 or something out of the 98 today, I would recommend like setting an alarm or something, just so that you don't, you know what I mean? 11,250, like that feels way more real. That's what I expect here for the premiums on the 9.8 A++s. Of course this is a $10,000 game, right? July 2023, the 9.6 A+ doing $3,000, so we're looking at a 3-4x premium. 9.6 A+ to 9.8 A++. Not bad at all. I do think Bionic Commando could went a little bit higher, but I mean, maybe I'm just too high on Bionic Commando. Like, I know it's a really cool NES or like old Capcom brand IP, whatever you want to say. I guess it just doesn't tip up into that upper echelon of pricing. Contra 9.2 A+. There's a case of Bionics. Is that what you're saying? People are waiting for the rest of them. Really? Really? 9.2 A+ here sold for just slightly less than the last one sold for, just around 7,000. The other one was right around 7,000 as well. So Contra, that's 9.2 A+, just where it's sitting.
This is Disney's Chippendale Rescue Rangers.
Yeah, if there's a case of Bionic and people are aware there's a case of Bionic, that's kind of crazy. Pokemon Gold 9.6 A+ going for 1,100 right now. Isn't that like 2,000-ish? 2,500, 3,000, Fred, I think. You should be able to find some comps of Pokemon Gold 9.6 A+ on eBay or on TerraPeak. I can't do it right now real time, but you should be able to find some comps. 9.6 A+ Gold comes up enough, so try to stay in the range of comps, you know what I mean? You'll always usually have another chance to get a Pokemon Gold. There's a lot of them out there. Chippendale Rescue Rangers, 9.4A plus here, pushing its way to $3,700. Quick comps here, 9.6A plus was 7,000, July 2023. There is a 9.4A plus for 4,000, January 2023, so here we go. One more bid, and we match January 2023. We match the price from 2 years ago, which I think most people would say is pretty good. Matching back to some January 2023 comps, maybe even going higher here. One more bid. Yeah, I saw the Japanese Chrono Trigger. I don't know if there is other Japanese stuff in the auction thing. I did see the Japanese Chrono Trigger as well. 3,875 for Chip and Ranger. Chip and Ranger. That's a great game there. The Rescue Rangers for 3,875. Darkwing Duck is a 9.6A plus. Yeah, only 2 copies graded higher, tied for the highest graded ever sold here at Heritage. It's kind of surprising we've never seen the 9.8s in that case. The last 9.6A plus, I don't know if we're going to get there. It's January 2022, 3 full years ago since we've seen this high of a grade on Darkwing. 11,700. Pushing its weight almost 5,000 right now on Darkwing Duck. Amazing Capcom title here, pushing. You've said it once and you'll say it again. Duck games here carry the weird premium on Heritage. Which is the first print of Sonic 1? Is it the one in this auction? Sonic 1 first print is... Someone give me the exact text it has to say for Sonic 1 first print. I don't want to botch it. It's like printed in Japan or made in Japan. This one says made in Japan, 2167. I can't give you the answer off the top of my head here.
44, there it is.
Someone else would have to chime in on the Sonic the Hedgehog.
44 to 46. There it is, Lob. There's 45.
Darkwing Duck is pushing to almost 6,000.
There it is.
And I have a nice treat for myself here. We got a 0 sugar cherry Pepsi. I'm treating myself nice here at the signature auction.
5,000. There it is. Let's go to 50.
Everyone deserves a little treat here on signature day. Cheers.
Think about it. Or you can use your cut bid at 52.50.
Nothing better than the refreshing taste of an ice cold Pepsi, am I right?
Let's call it 5,000.
Imagine enjoying Coke. Ew, yuck, Coke drinkers. Gross.
$1,000.
Yeah, that's the equivalent to the lobster dishes that they're serving up at the office.
All right, lot
Darkwing Duck did push to $6,200. Yeah, I didn't expect it to get over 10,000. It just like 10,000 on any video game is very heavy. So far, the only one that broke the 10,000 mark was the Simon's Quest. So 11,250 sits at the high mark. Darkwing Duck 6,250 for the 9.6A plus. This is interesting.
There it is. 17.
Highest graded copy that might exist of this game, period. Does anyone know the VGA pop report offhand on Dragon Fighter? Super rare, super uncommon, hard as a CIB, you'll never see a cartridge. 9.8A plus Dragon Fighter is pushing up to $4,500 right now. Pushing to 5,000, over 5,000. These are the, this is the, like the poster child of full set collecting NES difficult. You know? The only people who know about this game are the deep NES collectors. It's always been a chase. No, tax money!
Pizza to go with that Pepsi.
Fuck yes, my guy. That's it. That's locked in then. We're ordering Domino's right after stream. That is locked in. Thank you, tax money. That's huge, man. We'll get some beautiful Domino's to go with the Pepsi. This shouldn't be a boomer full set game. This should have been amazing must play NES game back in the day. Yeah, but like we're talking what, 1992, right? So we're post SNES coming out. I don't even think I've ever played Dragon Fighter myself. I think I own a manual for it though still. I think I still own a really nice Dragon Fighter manual. So if one of you guys out there needs a Dragon Fighter manual, I think I still have one. I think. Are they selling Peggle? I don't think you're gonna get pegged in this auction, unfortunately. Peggle is more of a weekly game, you know? Dragon Fighter does close at $6,500. Yeah, I got to get Farouk back, as if you remember his name, Dukter. As if you remember Farouk with the sushi. Got to get Farouk back with the sushi delivery. $6,500 for Dragon Fighter, I think is honestly great. Like, I think that is a great sale price, 9.8A+. Like, it beat Contra 9.2, it beat Bionic Commando 9.8, it beat Rescue Rangers, like, it frickin' beat Darkwing Duck 9.6A+. I think that is a great sale on Dragon Fighter, personally. Elevator Action 8.0A+, Circle Seal copy here, Rev A. It is a later production copy, but any copy of Elevator Auction is, yeah, it's only the 4th time ever offered. Elevator Auction, just really rare early Tato. Pushing its way there to $2,750. Ghosts and Goblins is a hang tab copy. Whew. This is a first production. It doesn't even say made in Japan on the back. So the very first productions of this game, some of them put a little gold sticker to say made in Japan. This probably doesn't even have the sticker, but I think it's right here is where the text goes. Right underneath distributed by, it would say made in Japan. So there's 2 different hang tab variants, and this is like the absolute first print production of this. It looks like an 8.0 B+ went for $3,300, so here we go, 7.5A+, pushing up to $4,500 already. Oh, did I say Elevator Auction? Or are you guys just jinxing each other? Oh yeah, we have Domino's in Canada. You bet we have Domino's in Canada.
Do I see a bit of 3,800 to advance here to slide? We're sitting at 36.
You just can't do it on a 7.5? I mean, beggars can't be choosers, you know what I mean? It says it's only their 2nd time offering a hang tab copy, so it's just like if you want a hang tab copy of Ghosts and Goblins, you don't get to choose, you know? Lettuce jump! Cheese sticks.
Cheese sticks to go with pizza.
Yes, dude. We are juicing on the Dominoes tonight. We are juicing on the Dominoes. Thank you, dude, for the $4.99. Huge. Huge, man. Now, girlfriend's gonna be bouncing off the walls when I show her this Domino's order. We're gonna be eating good tonight. But yeah, the Ghosts and Goblins, it's like, you choose. I mean, you either get one or you don't on these. Godzilla 2, another 1992 rare release, and in my opinion, one of the single greatest box arts on NES. This is the, oh my god, you guys, holy fuck. Tax money! We're tipping the delivery guy now. Now maybe I don't have to go out in the frozen tundra to pick up my pizza. Thank you, tax buddy. Huge. Huge. I was saying, this is the first time they've ever offered Godzilla 2, which is crazy. And the highest graded, oh my god.
Tums for dessert.
Yeah, the Tums for dessert. 7 slices of Domino's, 3 cheese sticks. I eat part of the tip, and then I have Tums as well. Those, it helps to have a few nickels in the belly to, you know, have the, help the pizza digest. Then you wash that down with Tums. Highest graded copy of Godzilla 2 here. Yeah, seriously, Lettuce. Godzilla 2 still going, sup, yo. Still slowly but surely here, pushing its way to almost 4,000. In my opinion, it should get close to, like, I think it should be closer to Dragon Fighter myself. If Dragon Fighter is going to close at 6,500, I personally think that Godzilla 2 should be 5,000-6,000 as well. I don't see much of a difference between Godzilla 2 and Dragon Fighter. I would probably argue that Godzilla 2 is even more interesting because it's Godzilla. But $3,500 might actually be a deal here. Might be a deal for anyone who cares about these rare NES games. Zelda. 9.2A+. It is an employee store copy, so it has the 3-side seam instead of a typical H seam. So do keep that in mind when bidding. If you're thinking, like, why is bidding only at $17,000? Employee store copy, no H seam. Well, however you want to treat it, right? However you want to treat it. For some people, it's an added benefit. For others, it is what it is. Yeah, people are bidding with their 5,000 Musk dollars, exactly. Elon's juicing the auction with the talk of those 5,000 paybacks. Exactly. 16,250. And it's also super difficult to it's difficult to comp this, right? You have to comp these against other store copies. So if you went for it, very cool. 16,250 early, or I guess a mid-print Zelda. 9.6A plus oval later production. Yeah, and you can see already, you can see how down people are about getting the non-H-seam copy. The, Joe Migraine!
Extra toppings.
Let's go, dude. I greatly appreciate you. Fire and Ice, you grabbed the Dragon Fighter and the Godzilla 2. Holy shit, man. Congrats. Damn, dude. Those are two rare NES games knocked off. Are you going for a full set by chance? Do you just love rare NES? I'm just curious what draws you to those. But what I was saying, the 9.6A plus here, the late print, just outsold the 9.2A plus employee copy. So, like, you can see how down people are.
For the Metamucil you'll need after downing all that pizza. Also, apologies for someone claiming that they'd make Canada the 51st state.
Yeah, you bet. That's why we don't have Domino's in Canada. We just have Domino's because we're part of the US, right? Like, there's just... That's how that works. We're just a U.S. colony here. One big U.S. state now. And thank you, Knee-High Park. Thank you for the $4.99. This Mega Man 2. 8.0A. It's the later production copy with the variant removed, or the banner in the bottom corner there. So it presents way nicer. It's way more rare than the other print. I don't know if one's ever been sold before. Some creasing. Have they sold one of these before with the offer removed? I can't remember now.
A unfair Domino's buy before e-tariff price.
That $9.99 right there? That $9.99 right there. I can maybe get myself a flavor. Like, the girlfriend's vegetarian, so now I can get her a cheese and I can get myself an actual one with meat on it. This Domino's order just keeps getting better and better, baby. Gonna go drop $70 at Domino's. The Mega Man 2 8.0A offer removed, pushed to $3,000. I just can't remember if they've sold one or not before. Because I know it was a big thing, like... Yeah, I just can't remember if it did. So a VGA 85, that's 2023, geez. A VGA 85, I guess, sold for $7,500 in November 2024. This sold for $3,000. I don't think it got a ton of premium for being the, you know, the ultra rare offer removed there. Like, $3,000 just feels fine. You know what I mean? It feels fine. But, like, not anything incredible, I guess is what I would say. $3,000 for it. I didn't know how people would treat it, personally, but $3,000 on it. You ordered the Mega Man 2, you chickened out at the end since you want other things later? Those are the two NES games you were targeting? Fair enough, man. Metroid 85 plus oval. This is beautiful. Damn, I wish. Maybe this will be the next mission, Frick. Mission Metroid. 9.0A last sold for $4,000. Right now, this 85 plus is looking for $5,250. I don't even think it's like, compared to the 9.0A price, this is a steal. Steal of a deal compared to the 9.0A.
For some gamer Stonks branded protein powder.
Thank you, Tim. Thank you. If my stomach wasn't going to be dying before, I'll wash it down with some protein powder, and that'll be it.
Not been in alive for a while. Hope you're okay, man.
Yo, White Wolf. Thank you, dude. 22 frickin' months. Thank you, man. Thank you, White Wolf. 22 months is nuts, man. Thank you. Krusty A Seal. You're gluten-free. Domino's in New York does gluten-free. Love it. You love it like you love a skank. Feels wrong, but right, you know. Gluten-free pizza, I tell you. How did the 9.6 oval compared to comps? Is that low? Another super rare NES game here. This one pushing all the way to 1993 on the Mighty Final Fight. 9.4A plus Capcom here. That's crazy. Super late release on NES there. The Zelda 9.6A plus. They're 9.6A plus last sold August 2024. A CGC copy for $16,200. This beat the comp. Beat the comp from August 2024. Sold for a little bit more, about $1,000 more. So Solid sale on the Zelda. Solid sale on Zelda. Mighty Final Fight pushed its way to $5,250. Again, if Mighty Final Fight is going to be a $5,000 game, I personally think that Godzilla 2 can also be a $5,000 game. Metroid the 85 Plus closes at $5,000. I think it's a deal, especially compared to the last 9.0 there. Only 28 likes on the YouTube feed. I tell you. Ryan stole that God of War, the Godzilla 2. KSI, you won the Mighty Final Fight. How come? Like, I'm just curious. Someone stole Mighty Final Fight? I'm curious. Yeah, $5,000 for it. What's your attachment to the game, KSI? Someone stole this at $5 grand? Really? Really? I mean,
I see a bit of 14,000.
Least I could dono and still interrupt the
I
stream.
appreciate you, Joe. It's worth it. Like, Mighty Final Fight, even during the absolute boom, was like 14,000, then it dropped to 96, and those are both 9.6A pluses, so like, you know, 9.4A plus went for like $5 grand. To me feels absolutely in line with where it should sell, in my opinion. No attachment, you just wanted it? Fair enough, dude. 9.6A plus Tyson for $16,250. This is Ninja Taro Prototype. Unreleased game, only known copy of Ninja Taro. Advertised heavily in the 90s, but never officially released. So for you guys who like deep NES collecting, here you go. A prototype of an unreleased game.
Brand new to the collecting community. Now you have the opportunity to add this to your collection. I have 1650 on the cut. Let's go to 17 now.
Too early? You're still at work? Who plans these auctions? Come on, man. The people who are bidding on this at like 3 p.m. on a Friday, they don't work. They don't have jobs. Come on, they're eating lobster and champagne on Friday at 2 p.m.
22 now, 24. 24 to 26, Herdislav. Let's keep going. 25 on the cut.
Which one did you grab? Capsule Museum? I missed it. You grabbed the Metroid. Damn, dude. You're not going for a complete set. You just love the rare high-grade stuff. Dragon Fighter's so hard. Godzilla 2 covers nuts. Yes. I agree with you fully on both those, Fire Nice. Like, yes. I agreed with you fully. The ultra rare NES stuff is just cool. What do I think about the Ubisoft situation? I don't know enough about it still, White Wolf. I've been meaning to watch a full video to, like, break it down, but, yeah. It's crazy that Ubisoft has been doing, like, a slow death over the past, I don't even know, 15 years?
How about 3,000?
Yeah, you just bid while you're at week. You bid while you're at work, which basically means you're getting the games for free. Yes. Yes, Trucks R Us. Yes. Matt Ponton, welcome in. Yeah, I don't even know if your name's French. It might not be, but...
There's a 3,000. Excellent. How about 32? 32.
KSI is too afraid to dump the money into crypto right now. Yeah. Instead, you got to buy super rare NES games.
36. A rare opportunity.
A big crypto exchange just got hacked, man. It's all over, Tim. It's all over. A major crypto hack signals the end of the bull run. Everyone knows this. Everyone knows that that is the signals the end of the bull run. Once we have a major hack. Or a major pump, like, you know what I mean? A rug pull of the, like, FTX, I think, ended in 2021. We had Mount Gox in, like, 2017.
38 goes 4,000, Herdislav.
Everyone knows that. Once you get the big hack, it's all over. It's all over, Tim.
Last called in at 38. Fair warning.
Ninja Taro pushing its way at almost 5,000. You looked at the lots that finished before you tuned in. Elevator Action, a super rare game? Yes. All of those early Tato games in those colorful boxes, Nihai, are super hard to find factory sealed. So that copy of Elevator Action is actually the latest print that exists, I believe, or like the last print, and it still sells for that much. If you go to like a hang tab copy, it's impossible, you know? Ninja Taro Prototype, $5,000. So there you go, right? Is Ninja Taro Prototype on NES more or less valuable than the Atari 5200 prototype console? Would you rather have the Ninja Taro or the Atari 5200 prototype? I'm pretty sure they sold for the exact same price. Personally, I'd taken the NES game just because I like NES a lot more, but interesting. Paperboy early print 8.5B. This is an 8.5B early. What? What? Is early print Paperboy impossible? Third sealed copy they've ever offered. I gotta go all the way back to July 2023 for it. 8.5B early print for $10,000. Woo! I mean, shit's up, yo. You could have bought yourself 2 Ghosts and Goblin hang tabs. You could have bought 2 Ghosts and Goblins for that price of Paperboy. 2 Metroid 85 plus. Oh my lord. I just can't believe in that grade. Like, if you told me it was a 9.4, I'd be like, oh yeah, for sure. But I swear to God, man, every time Paperboy sells, it just blows me away. I had no idea the demand existed on this game. To that level. To that degree. Paperboy is a goddamn grail, man. That's nuts. Sky Kid Hang Tab 8.0B copy. Only the second time they ever sold a Hang Tab. The last time they sold a Hang Tab copy of this was 2020. I was going to say, Sky Kid Hang Tab is impossible, and it is. It is impossible. Sky Kid isn't the most popular game in the world. I think AVGN has a video. AVGN and Mike Matei. I think they have a Sky Kid video. That might be the most popular the game has ever been, ever. Which would be, you know, probably like 12 years ago now, but pushing its way up over $2,000. If you like NES collecting, if you like early, Hang Tab 1987, it's right at the end of Hang Tabs even. Pushing its way over 2,000. Yeah, Sky Kid's just cool. Looks like it sold for $3,600, 7.5B back in 2020. So yeah, back in 2020, Sky Kid Hang Tab had more collector consciousness, I think we could say. Like 5 years ago, right? I think we were still in the early phases of the pendulum swing from like early NES, rare, ultra rare games, Zombie Nation, Sky Kid, swinging its way to Mario's. It could be. Just, you know, given some thoughts about what I'm seeing with some of those 2020 sales, still beating some of these 2025 sales. Because Sky Kid's as rare as can be, man. Super Mario Bros. Matte sticker first production. 7.5 overall. The box is a 6.5, manual 8.5, cart 8.5. Pushing its way to almost $3,000 here. Paperboy is a top 50 selling NES game according to your charts. Interesting. Why on God's green earth is Paperboy so popular? I don't know. Like, I don't know. You wanted Paperboy so bad you pushed it to 8,000? Yeah, it just, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I think I'm just too young to even care about it, but it's like every time it sells, I'm just like, oh my God, man. But I can't give you a super good rationale. Yes, the sticker is... I thought the sticker was ripped off, but I think it's just ripped off. Yeah, the sticker looks like it was right here and got ripped. So, does it say on the back?
There's 3,000. Excellent. How about 32?
It just says tears on the box, but I do believe the matte sticker is ripped off there. You, for one, welcome our Paperboy overlord. The matte sticker 7.5 here is still pushing its way to almost 5,000. Matte sticker Mario Bros, man. First production CIBs. I wish I owned one. I wish I would have got one years and years ago. Something about the cover of Paperboy just brings you the joy of opening it. Plus, the jumps at the end of the level are a legit part of every suburban neighborhood back then.
One of the most celebrated games ever made.
No, still no factory sealed first print as far as I know, Game Gallery.
I see that $4,200.
FOMO Paperboy, terrible game. You could buy 2 or 3 Paperboy arcade machines for that NES copy sold for. Yeah. Yeah, you could, Joe. You could. I mean, you could buy almost anything in the auction so far, Joe Kane, for what that Paperboy sold for. Like, keep in mind how much $10,600 is, right? Mike Tyson's outsold it. The Zeldas. That's it. And Castlevania. Like, we're sitting at, like, the top 5 most expensive games so far on that Paperboy. Pretty nuts.
Fair warning, last call 4,700.
Any idea of how many matte sticker CIBs exist? No.
5,000.
Like, it's just...
5 now.
It is part of, you know, the 1985 test run. Like, it is rare in its own sense. Finding matte sticker CIB black box in 2025 of any of the test run games is difficult. But yeah, you're right. It's CIB at the end of the day. So, like, there will be new copies found in collections, posted to eBay. But it is also extremely difficult to just find one yourself. It's one of those things where if you keep your eyes open for the next 3 years and really try, you can probably find one, right? But like, if you're just casually looking for it, you won't find one, period. You probably never even see one if you're just casually looking, especially now that every single person knows that this is worth thousands of dollars, right?
Very desirable, very
pushing its way to 6,000 there. 6,000 on the nose for the matte sticker Mario.
Looking for that
8.0A, hang tab, early production, mid production, whatever you want to call it. I personally, if it's a hang tab, I call it early production copies. 8.0A here, pushing its way to, yeah, 32,000. So someone asked me earlier, like, do I want an early production Mario for my Mission Mario? Of course I do. I would love to. But like, you know, we're pushing all the way to, we're pushing all the way here to 37,000. And this is only an 8.0A, right? Quote unquote only, but like, yeah, only 13 of this specific variant. I think there's only like, what, 40 or 50 hang tabs total? Out of all factory sealed Marios, maybe 40 total. Like, getting into hang tabs is just impossible. So, sell the car and walk for the next 5? You wish, dude. You wish. I drive a frickin' hail damaged 2011 Malibu. You think my car is gonna buy a Mario Trucks R Us? My car is, oh my god.
All right, lot number 24.
How much money do you think I have, man? My car is not buying a $35,000 Mario Bros. My car is like a tenth of this. $35,000. You didn't win the hang tab for 25K? I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised 25K didn't win this. I think I was estimating around 40 when I talked to someone, so. Yeah, frickin' Yoshi's story is worth as much as my car. I sold my car to buy Yoshi's story, man. I'm broke. It's all over. 9.68 plus oval here. This is interesting. The 8.0A hang tab, again, we talk variant versus condition all the time, right? The 8.0A hang tab, major variant, sold for 35,000. This 9.68 plus, and this is what I was scared of, it's pushing its way to 37,500 right now. Pushing its way to 37,500. Outselling the 8.0A hang tab. Grade versus variant. Oof. I don't know, man. I don't know. Once you get into a hang tab print, it's pretty cool.
Are we all done then at 29,000?
Put it towards your mission, Mario Man. Hope you get it locked down.
Let's go, dude. I'm gonna need that $10 here if this 9.68 plus keeps getting bids. This needs to, okay, there we go. I was gonna say this needs to close right now.
112, congratulations.
You think hang tab Mario will always have a premium over high grade no hang tab? I mean, it does, right? It's an 8.0A. I get it, but like 8.0A versus 9.6A plus is where the inflection point lies, like almost perfectly there, right? 36,250 versus 35,000. That is almost perfectly where the two variants meet. So 8.0A is your equivalent to a 9.6A plus. Interesting. Super Mario Bros. 2, 9.6A plus, late production copy here with the oval seal. You'd rather own an 8.5A hang tab Mario over a 9.6A plus plus oval? Like, I think I would too. I think I would rather take the hang tab on this one. Hang tab Mario is just like, it's everything to me. It's impossible, right? Like, you have an early production copy at that point. Super Mario Bros. 2, 9.6A plus, going for 8,750. I'm surprised there's no early print this time around, hey? No early Mario 2 in the signature this time around. Super Mario Bros. 3, 8.5A Left Bros copy. Woof. Only 17 are still on the Wada Pop report. That's insane, man. After all these years, after all this time, Left Bros Mario 3 still only has 17 copies. That's nuts. 8.5A, pushing its way to $30,000 here. What did the 9.8A++ go for? Or the 9.8A Plus even for Mario 3?
I need to see 26. One of the greatest and most iconic games ever produced. I need $26,000 from you, Heritage Live, to advance. There's that 26,000.
First, I want to see what the last Left Bros sold for.
Highly sought after variant here. I need 28.
9.0A Plus Lefty was 40K last time. And that was May 2024. 9.0A Plus went for 40K. This copy right now, 8.5A, is pushing 35,000.
Fair warning then, last call.
This one's doing like, oh man, we might hit 40K mark. We might just tie the last 9.0 sale. Which, I mean, shoot, these just do not come up. They're showing zero weakness.
30,000 from you to advance here to live. 28 go 30. Warrior cut bid at 29,000. Either will do.
Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is a legend of a game. A graded copy could bring good value down the line. I need to check it out still. Like, I've heard it's amazing. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Heard it's great. Still need to look at it more.
Advance here to live. 30 go 32.
Yeah, there we go. One more bid and it's at 40K.
Unless you use that cut bid at 31.
One more bid and it's 40K.
Last call. Are we all done at 30?
That's nuts, man. 8.5A Left Bros. Still just, you know, expensive as fuck. Impossible. Whatever you want to call it. Arguably the greatest game ever made. Mario 3. 37,500. I'm just curious here. I did want to see Mario 3. If we just look at 9.8, the last 9.8A Plus was $10,000. Is there even a 9.8A Plus to compare to? The last 9.8A Plus, July 2023 for 23,000. So the Left Bros in this case. It smashes any Right Bros copy, right? We're talking about Mario variants there. Mario 3 Left Bros absolutely destroys Mario 3 Right Bros, even in like 9.8, 9.8A++. Interesting. Here's Mario 3 Right Bros, the normal copy, 9.6A+. Oh, it's a TM copy, Jesus. I mean, I've said before, Joseph, like, I personally don't think that will ever matter. Right Bros TM versus R. At 8,750, I guess there might be a premium there for the TM. Maybe. But, like, I just don't think anyone's going to care. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, you own a Right Bros. Is anyone really going to take a 9.4 TM versus a 9.6 R on this? And if anyone doesn't know what the hell I'm talking about here with TM and R on the Right Bros, it's right here in the bottom corner, right there. You see this little TM where my mouse is? Right there? That's what we're talking about. So that little TM turns into an R on the later print. So this is technically the second print. I just don't think it will ever matter. 9.6A Plus Link, 6,875.
This is Nintendo Entertainment System Action Set Console.
The last 9.6A Plus 6,600 back in February 2024, so right around the same price here for Adventure of Link. Right around the same price as it did almost a year ago.
20,000, we're there.
This is insane. One of the biggest items of the entire auction. An original action set, brand new, unopened VGA 85 Plus. One of only 8 of the original action sets, even on the VGA census, tied with one other for the highest grade that exists. So there's one other 85 plus early action set that does exist, looking for $40,000 on it. It's a grail, right? This is an absolute grail. There was a later production one, you know, the orange zapper, sold August 2024 for $20,000. That is the only kind of comp I can give you guys. The later production went for $20K back in August 2024. The early production is now pushing over $50,000, looking for $55,000. Holy smokes, man. I know some people were talking to me about bidding on this, and this is what I said, right? Like when I was talking to people, it was like, in my head, easy 25, easy 30,000. The thing is with this is like, if you get two deep-pocketed bidders, this can go anywhere it wants to. First release of this console? No. You actually have to go back to the deluxe set, or the New York with Rob the Robot bike. So this is the one that everyone basically had after Mario was already established in mainstream. They swapped out Rob the Robot, they included Mario instead, and this is the one everyone had. But this is 1988, I think, or 87 for the early one. So the actual one was like a deluxe set. This same exact copy sold on Facebook for much less? Really? Really? Yeah, it should be 1987, right? That's what I thought too. 88 sounds way too late. By 88, they weren't even doing the round seal anymore. This has to be 87. This sold for $25,000 and was insta-flipped? Yeah, for $25K, it was just too easy. Like, that's just easy. What happens with the later consoles grade if a battery leaks or bloats? If you can notice it, trucks, like if it, you know, if a battery leaks or bloats or whatever happens to the point where you can actually see it, then the grade will be invalidated, right? But in almost every instance of like battery leak or something happening, you'll never actually know. It's forever Schrodinger's battery, right? For all we know, everything inside of this NES, like the manuals could be bent, you know what I mean? Pushing its way to $75,000 though. Yeah, this is the console bundle to own. Well, I mean, frick, the deluxe set sold for what, 100 and some thousand, Joseph? Like there was a deluxe set that sold. Yeah, imagine if you're the dude who sold this for 25,000. Just like watching this auction, you know what I mean? Just like, oh. Could you imagine? Watching it sell now for 68,000. Thinking you were the big man eating your 25,000 worth of Dominoes. Watch it sell for almost 3x. Oh no! Like oh no! Oh no! Just the Mizkif emote. That right there. That's the only reaction necessary. That is Mizkif. 68,750. Qualified VGA 85 now on the later production action set. So this one has been opened before, but everything inside is verified brand new. He still has all of his games, Mike. I don't know if he still actively purchases, but I'm pretty sure Mizkif still has everything. Or at least the last time I saw like his room on a video, you know what I mean? He still has all of his games like on shelving and stuff. I don't know if qualified means the games inside are also factory sealed flux. I'm actually not sure on that. I would think so. The qualified action set, later production, selling for $5,250.
I need $2,400 from you to advance Heritage.
This is really cool. The VGA 85 here with 85 plus.
We've got it just like that. Let's go to 3,000.
The qualified on what though, Flux? Like which console would be a steal? Like this doesn't have any sealed games inside. Yeah, like this has nothing inside. This has a cartridge, right? You just get the Mario Duck Hunt cart. So the only time it would actually matter is on a deluxe set, but like if you're buying a qualified deluxe set, you're fucking paying out your ass anyway, you know what I mean? So even if the games inside are sealed, you're going to be paying 20, 30,000, so. The Power Glove plus Super Glove Ball, tied with one other with the highest graded they've ever sold here. None of this variant is even graded higher, so I guess the large action, or the large Power Glove 85 is the top grade. Jesus, man. Pushing its way to, I guess that explains why it's almost $9,000.
One of the 3 slab copies we've ever offered. I need
wow. Like, I would love to own a graded Power Glove. VGA 85 is beautiful. The Power Glove is, like, it just oozes Nintendo 80s nostalgia, but, like, almost $9,000, man. Woof. $8,437. Dang, man.
Number 32, what do we have?
Super, super, super cool, but like, I don't think I would ever be able to justify that. You know what I mean? I just don't think I'd ever be able to justify that kind of price on the Power Glove. I'd love to own one, but fuck. For someone else, that's truly a grail. You bought the Zelda 2, Tip Kaiser? That's awesome. I need a Zelda 2 myself. Nice to get it for basically the same price it was a year ago or whatever I said. Nintendo Power number 1, 9.4 magazine. There's 12 9.4s. Looks like the last 9.4 might have been 16,000. Back in February 2024, so a year ago now. 16,800 for 9.4. Pushing its way to 9 right now. I'm pretty sure the pop on this, though, has kept going up over time here. Like, we're up to 12 copies now in 9.4 grade. I think once upon a time, that was like 2 copies. And that's like 2 or 3 years ago. And there's, you know, 9.6 and 9.8s. Nintendo Power 1 still doing quite well, in my opinion, at frickin' $9,000 for 9.4, but since the dam broke, right, we had that $100,000 Nintendo Power sale. Once that happened and word got out about it, the pop has been steadily increasing on Nintendo Power number 1. There will eventually be an inflection point, you know, where, okay, they're rare again, or they've been flushed out of collections, whatever you want to say, but I'm personally still pretty hesitant. I'm personally still pretty hesitant about $9,000 on a Nintendo Power. It just feels like a lot of money for something that could still be out there in large quantity.
Looking for that $3,400 bid.
Entering into Super Nintendo, everybody. That does it for the NES portion of Day 1. How do we feel? How do we feel about Day 1? Or, yeah, Day 1 NES portion of the Heritage Signature Auction. I don't think anything, like maybe the Godzilla, we could say was cheap. I guess. The Marios didn't flop. Like, Tyson, I think, was right on the line with comps. Metroid was maybe a deal. Maybe at $5,000. Compared to the comps, it was at least. Zelda sold right where it needed to. Dragon Fighter was 6,500. I don't know. I don't think there was really any huge. Yeah. That's, I guess, what I would say too. Very stable there. Very stable is how I would describe it too. Very stable so far after the NES section. This is kind of nuts here. Highest graded copy of Biker Mice from Mars, Konami title. It's pushing its way to almost $7,500. Which, just putting it into perspective, right? This 9.8A plus, highest graded ever sold here of Biker Mice from Mars, but this is outselling every 9.8A plus that we had for ultra rare NES games, right? This is outselling Dragon Fighter. This is outselling Godzilla 2. This is outselling Mighty Final Fight. Biker Mice from Mars just went for $7,500. Biker what from Who Cares? Like, I'm surprised. I'm surprised on this one for $7,500. Chrono Trigger VGA 90. Only 3 higher on the pop report. One of the nicest copies ever offered for sale. Immediately pushing over $30,000. Where is this one going to end? Where is Chrono going to end? Looking for $37,500.
Yes, we do. Clear as day. There's that $30,000. 32.
We're about 3 or 4 bids away here from $50,000. What's the highest we've ever seen a Chrono sell for? I would need to check comps. It's not showing me quickly here. What's the highest we've ever seen for the Chrono Trigger?
Extremely difficult to find at this grade level. I need $34,000.
Looking for $42,000 on the 90.
32 to 34, or you're cut at $33,000. Are we all done at $32,000? Fair warning and last call. All right, we will sell it for $32,000.
42.5. 42.5.
All right.
Or sorry, $40,000 on the nose on Chrono. $40,000 on the nose. You thought it would go higher? Wow. Really? Is this like what were we expecting out of this? Because we have to remember, like, there are VGA 95s. Has there been a 9.4 A++ that's sold before? But like VGA 90 is forever in the shadow of the 95, right? So I think it's hard to expect the 90 to like push a 50, 60, 70,000. You know what I mean? Because then what's the 95 worth? Is the 95 a $100,000 video game right now?
1450, do I see 1500?
Like probably not, right?
Let's go to 15 now here just live. Last call then at 1450.
Chrono Trigger Japanese copy VGA 90.
And 16. Let's go to 17 now.
On the other hand, you know the 95 will never be available. Like, I agree if you know everything, though. But anyone looking at the pop report who doesn't know who holds the 95, it's like, or where the 95s are,
$100.
90 is great. There's an absolute chance here, Mike, that this turns into a 9.8 A++. 90 is a great grade. It could be a 9.6 A++, 9.8 A+, 9.8 A++. The highest was 48,000 November 2022, 9.6 A++. So, you know what I mean? So 40,000 on the VGA 90. I mean, maybe I'm biased against Chrono. You guys know my thoughts here about like how relevant is it, how big is it, how many people care. But like, we're hitting a November 2022. We're getting close to a November 2022 price comp. Like, maybe it could have went 45, 50, but I just don't think you can expect 60, 70 out of it. Personal opinion. Medium Dog, are you in here? I know you said you tossed a couple bids at that Chrono too. I'm curious where you thought it would close.
We have a bit of 1,500.
Just got here. Have we complained about CGC yet? No. We'll light up CGC at the next weekly. The signature is important right now. The 90 Chrono Trigger pushing its weight almost 3,000. Almost 3,000 on the VGA 90 Japanese copy. I think that's solid too. Light up CGC right now. Weak price on the Japanese Chrono. The Death and Return of Superman. Made in Japan. First print copy. 9.8 A+. Highest graded early production. Only 2 are on the pop report total. Yeah, getting an early print of Death and Return to Superman, just insanely rare. So, is this the exact same copy that sold in 2023? Looks like there's a 9.8 A+ comp, January 2023, 2 years ago, for $7,800. So right now we're pushing our way to almost 6,000. I'm guessing it's the exact same copy based on the what they're saying about the pop reports and stuff. 7,800 2 years ago. It is. Oh, I think it is Elysium. I think it is.
Very tough game here. I need $6,000 to advance.
Pushing its way. One more bid and we're at 7,500. So one more bid and we get to the exact spot.
55 goes 6.
You wanted the Superman, but already hit your budget for the day. You got something pretty nuts coming in, and pockets will be empty. Yeah, this Superman's just really cool. For both for like SNES collectors and comic book collectors. Okay, so relativity check again. This Death and Return of Superman sold for less than the Biker Mice from Mars. No shot, man. No shot. No shot. That's crazy to me. Death and Return of Superman should absolutely sell for more than Biker Mice from Mars. I will die on that hill. I will die on that hill. 6,875 for Superman.
There's the 34. Let's go to 36. 34 to 36 now. 36 go 38. Let's keep going.
Biker Mice from Mars is way more rare. I think there's only 2 made in Japans of these on the pop report, period.
4,000 to 4,200.
Like, Death and Return of Superman made in Japan is rare as fuck, man. Donkey Kong Country, 9.4 A+, true first print.
Now to advance here, Heritage Live. 44 to 46 now. One of the greatest Super Nintendo games.
Is it a first print or a second print now? I thought the WADA label said... Oh, it's a second print, sorry. Second print copy of Donkey Kong.
There it is. How about 48? 48 now 5.
Pushing its way here to 6,200 bucks.
Go 5 now. Fair warning at 4,800.
Biker Mice NTSC is more expensive as a CIB? Yes. As a CIB, Biker Mice is the better more rare, more expensive, whatever you want to say. But factory sealed, man.
3100 I have. Let's go 232 now here.
Yeah, second print on the Donkey Kong Country there. The 9.4A Plus pushed its way to 6,000 bucks. Earthbound. Is this the first time? A fourth time.
Only the fourth time we've ever offered them.
It is a qualified copy though. VGA 80 Plus qualified. I don't know. Can anyone confirm if VGA will standard grade Earthbound anymore? I've heard rumors that they won't do standard grade anymore. Some standard grade Earthbounds do exist. They are out there. This one, 80 qualified here. 80 plus qualified, sorry. So opened, but everything confirmed brand new.
Fair warning at 3,400. 35, there it is on the cut. I need 36 now.
Biker Mice has 3 total on WADA and at least 2 CGCs, but like never comes up for sale. You were the underbid on the sealed NES action set. You wanted it so bad you couldn't stomach going further. Damn, dude.
Last called in at 36.
Damn, dude.
There it is. How about 4,000?
Yeah, I would love to know if this is the same one from Certified Link. Someone check the serial numbers on that. Pushing its way to almost 5,000 here. I would love to know who outbid you on this. Maybe we'll see Reddit man post on his Twitter that he picked this up. Because Alexis Ohanian, remember.
Do you think 3DS will be
Let's go, dude.
popular?
Thank you for the 2. Yes, I do. I think DS and 3DS have very, very, very good collector lives coming ahead of them. They were just, like, beloved by so many people. I actually do think 3DS will be a great collector console, along with the original DS.
32, now 34.
I don't think they're going to get to the prices of, like, you know, $10, $20, $30,000 for games, but you can pick up a lot of 3DS stuff for, like, sub $100 right now. I think it's a great time to get in, personally.
Let's go to 38 now. Heritage Live.
Buy factory sealed and buy mint. 4,750 for the Earthbound there. Kyle and Jomo, welcome in, dude. Mountain Bike Rally Speed Racer, the 9.6A++ ultra rare dual cartridge here, pushing its way to $5,500. Didn't one of these sell in a weekly not long ago? And it was like, it sold cheap as heck, if I remember, right? Wasn't it like $2,000 or something? Oh, but sorry, what I was saying was Alexis Ohanian, the co-founder of Reddit, did purchase the VGA 95 Super Nintendo. He posted it to his Twitter, you know, back when it sold for like $55,000. So it is plausible you were going up against like a billionaire on this. It is plausible. But, yeah. Yeah, Big Box Game Shop, you have the other 85 plus. Your wife has unreal expectations for it. She wants the 2035 price. Yeah, there's a guy who will give you 25K for it. There's someone who will give you 25K for that action set, so I hear. Are you sure it's your wife who wants the crazy price? Isn't that what everyone says when they don't want to sell it themselves? Oh, my wife says I can't let it go for anything less than 100K. You're probably single, dude. Final Fantasy II 9.0A here. RPG on SNES, one of the most expensive, always has been. Pushing its way to $9,000 here on the nose. 9,062, 9.0A. I think this is still solid for Final Fantasy II, isn't it? Almost 10 grand. The 8.5A plus last sold for 6,600, so 9.0A does 9,000. Makes sense to me. Makes sense to me. Ken Griffey, Major League Baseball 9.8A++. Holy shit. Highest graded copy that exists. This might pop, man. I'm pretty sure Griffey, yeah, the last 9.8A plus Griffey sold for 6,600. Griffey has sold as high as 9,000 in September 2022. This Griffey might pop, man. As I say that, we're quickly racing up to almost $9,000. Pushing up to almost $10,000 here on Griffey. Easily passing the 9.8A plus. Easily. Will it push over 10K here? I'm too young to appreciate Griffey. I'm just not a baseball fan in general, but pushing its way to over 10.
8,000 with a prior bid on the book.
Happy face!
Your opinion on grading a sealed Red OG 3DS?
Let's go, dude. If your red OG 3DS is really nice, then I would do it. But grading a console right now is pretty damn expensive. You're gonna pay like $200 US to get it graded, and I don't know how much a red 3DS is worth right now. So if it doesn't logically make sense to get that graded for $200 right now, I would just wait. But if it's super nice, yes. I just don't know how much a red 3DS is worth right now. I would, in my opinion, it has to be worth at least $1,000 to justify putting 200 and some into grading it, personally.
Come back in with a bid at 1,300. 12.50 against you all.
Ken Griffey pushes just slightly over 10,000 there. $10,312. Yeah, not surprised at all. Like, this Ken Griffey game on SNES gets a lot of love. This is what I need Kobe Bryant to do. Right? This is my future with that Kobe Bryant Saturn game. I need Kobe selling for 10,000 here, just like Griffey. Metal Warriors 9.0A plus. I think the last time we had one, what was the grade we had at the other signature there? Wasn't it like $30,000 or something? $25,000 for the highest graded copy? It was nuts. It looks like the last 9.0A plus sold for $6,300. So this copy here, pushing its way slowly but surely up to only $2,000. Oh, it's 9.0, sorry. Oh no, yeah, 9.0A plus. 9.0A plus, last sold November 2023 for $6,000, man. This 9.0A plus wasn't sub 2,000. This might be a big deal here on Metal Warriors. I don't follow SNES close enough to know just how rare this is to find. Factory sealed. I don't know how much I don't know how expensive it is CIB right now, but I think this might be a deal right here. I think. Metal Warriors 1,875. You got the Metal Warriors, Joseph. Okay, I mean, I think it's a deal. Holy shit. This is the nicest copy of Mortal Kombat on SNES. 9.8 A++ Japan, first print, all that good stuff. Whew. Looking for 16,000 on it right now. This could do some numbers, man. Like, it's already pushing 17, but like, I don't think I'd be shocked if we went 25 on this. 14,000 is the advanced 9.8 A++, nicest graded copy of Mortal Kombat on Super Nintendo. Way too low for Metal Warriors?
Go 14,000. 14,000, there it is. Go 15,000 now. 14 asking 15. 15 to you, Heritage Live. You have the bid at 14. Do I have 15? 15,000 now.
You had another $500 on the Metal Warriors? Awesome. Awesome to get it below your awesome to get it below your bid price there, Joseph, then. Looking for 18,750. There we go. Looking for 20,000 on Mortal Kombat. In my opinion, Mortal Kombat is a safer hold than Chrono Trigger.
Heritage Live, you have the bid at
Your opinion on Halo 2 Collector Sealed 9.8 a hold or sell?
Let's go Happy Face with the 5, dude. Thank you so much for these donations. Damn, man. I would just hold it right now. I would just hold the Halo 2 Collector's Edition. 9.8A is solid. You're not into it for so much. Like, you could post it to eBay at a expensive price and see if someone bites on it, you know? Put it above other priced copies, but otherwise, I would just hold it.
17 now, Heritage Live.
But like I was saying, I think Mortal Kombat 9.8 A++ is a safer hold, a safer long-time hold than Chrono Trigger over time.
An incredible grade, Heritage Live, you're at 17.
You know, we can cite this video in 2035. We can go back and see what the hell Greg was talking about. I would rather own this. I would feel safer holding on to this, personally.
You have the bid at 18. Do I have 9?
Yeah. If it only goes for 350, 400 bucks on eBay, then absolutely hold on to it. Or like I said, post your copy for like 800 bucks, right? And see if someone buys it.
Heritage Live, you have the bid. I need you to come back in now with a bid at 20,000. I'll give you a chance.
And like I was saying, Mortal Kombat slowly but surely here is pushing to 25,000. Love you, but heck no. Oh, I know it's gonna be like that's why I say it, Fire Nice, because I know between Chrono and Mortal Kombat, you are going to get opinions on both sides. I think it's actually a really interesting debate.
We've hit 20,000 Heritage Live. Come back in.
Looking for 27,500. Mortal Kombat 9.8A++. I think the thing is, Big Box, right? Like, normies have never heard of Chrono. Within gaming itself, and like die-hard gamers, collectors, all that stuff, Chrono is like the number fucking one, right? But then you can branch away from just that hardcore gaming crowd with Mortal Kombat. 25,000 on the nose for Mortal Kombat. It's cool, man. That is just frickin' cool. So make no mistake, right? The Chrono Trigger outsold it. Chrono went for 40,000. Mortal Kombat went for 25, right? As of right now, Chrono Trigger is by far the more expensive, more sought after, whatever you want to say, right? Like, don't misconstrue what I'm saying, but in the long run, I just think I feel safer holding Mortal Kombat. Secret of... Oh my lord! Well, fuck everything then. Fuck Chrono Trigger, fuck Mortal Kombat. Secret of Mana is pushing to 60,000 fucking dollars. It's at 57.5 right now. Like, throw away everything I said, right? Throw away everything. Like, who cares about Mortal Kombat? Who cares about Chrono Trigger? Like, boo, boo. Who cares about that action set console? Like, oh my gosh, man. That immediately shot to $55,000. The last sale price was $33,600. $33,600 November 2023 for a WADA 9.8A+. This is now twice as expensive as the last time a 9.8A+ sold. And when we're talking about 30,000 fucking dollars, that is massive to be twice as expensive as the last sale. That is massive. I did, on my bingo card, I did not have Secret of Mana as being like the most expensive game tonight. That is nuts, man. The CGC Q1 marketing budget. Yeah, sitting in the Heritage Live auction wearing a mustache is like the president of CGC with his paddle. But seriously, 62,500 is nuts. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. Like, that's crazy to me. I can't. I can't speak to it because I didn't play Secret of Mana growing up or anything. Like, I understand it from a really important RPG perspective. I think I played the game for like 2 hours, right? Because I had to try it, but I don't know, man. 62.5 that's crazy to me. That's crazy to me on Secret of Mana. Just that it blows away everything else. It blew away Chrono Trigger. I would way rather own the Chrono Trigger. Super Mario RPG 9.8A+ Japan first production copy. Second highest grade, there's only one 9.8A++, I believe. Looking for 19,000 on the 9.8A+.
And they are 14,000.
Wow. 17,500 on Mario RPG.
This is a
graded Concord. Someone asked about it. Graded copies of Concord, unironically, were selling for like $300-400 on eBay. Like, they were auctioning for like a lot. So, all memes aside, all jokes aside, yeah. Graded copies of Concord are outselling like a lot of other games right now. It's kind of silly, it's kind of dumb. But if you check eBay comps, I'm positive the 9.8A++s were selling for like $200-400. So, there's money to be made out there. There's money to be made. Super Mario World, Japanese 95 qualified. Highest graded qualified copy on the VGA Pop Report. I think it is very difficult to find actual brand new unopened copies of Mario World Japanese, so qualified might be as good as you can do, but still pushing its weight almost $1,000 on it.
700 bid now at 750. 750 is the advanced Heritage.
Concord is now around $200. Okay, that's better. So Concord is already coming down in price, as it should. Still around $200 is... I mean, like I said, right, it's not really a joke if you're paying $200 for it, but...
You have the bid at 750. Do I have 8? I do indeed. Let's go.
Like $200 is real money in this hobby, right? Especially from a more casual perspective. You can buy a lot of stuff for $200 in this hobby. It just seems crazy to me to throw that on a factory sealed copy of Concord. This was brand new, but they graded it qualified. Are you the submitter, Tiffany? Are you the person who sent this?
11 has bid. I'm asking 12. 1200 is the advance here. Heritage Live, come back.
Mana is more rare than Chrono?
Yes, go 13.
Yeah?
13 now, Heritage
like,
Live,
yeah?
14,
I think you can, you know, I think you can say whatever you want about it, you know, like, once it sells for 62,000, you find reasons for why it did, so I get it, but I think if it sold for less than Chrono Trigger, we'd be like, oh yeah, well that makes sense because Chrono is more popular. So it's just, it is more rare than Chrono Trigger. It is more rare than, you know, other games. But shoot, man. Yeah, it has more letters in its name. Like, did you consider that? Secret of Mana is like 14 characters, so. The VGA 95 qualified Mario World, pushing to almost $3,000. You were the submitter, and this was brand new, but did they open it like without your consent? What happened, Tiffany? Having this graded as qualified instead of unopened is a probably a $10,000 mistake. So I'm just curious what happened there.
It's 24 bid 26 Heritage Live.
If it was graded qualified, that means VGA opened it. Yeah, like
26 to you,
like VGA would have had to just open it on their own accord or whatever, or it wasn't sent. I don't know. I'm not like I was about to blame you. You didn't send it with notes on it. Like I don't know what happens grading the Japanese stuff. If they did open it themselves, if they deemed it was already opened, I don't know. But that is crazy if it was unopened and it got opened by VGA. No joke. Is the Secret of Mana underbidder in here? Is the Secret of Mana underbidder in here? Like, boy, do I have an offer for you.
At 1250, 13, 15 is against you, 16.
The Super Mario World, the 95 qualified, 3,250. Congrats to Mizkif. Congrats to Mizkif. Can't believe I got a brand new Mario World for only 3,000. Congrats to frickin' Mizkif with his win. Oh, that's awesome that he's still a meme in this channel like 2 years, 3 years later. That's so funny. Yeah, as it doesn't get paid now. Yeah, that's always the crazy thing too, is like we watch Secret of Mana like sell for 62,500, and yes, Heritage Auctions has a great pay-through rate and all those things, but people act on information immediately. And then, you know, all of a sudden copies sell for more money, and 3 months later something goes unpaid. Be careful about that, you know. Super Mario World, Yoshi's Island, 9.2A+, pushing its way to 4,200 here. Is it a deal? The last 9.0A+ sold for about 4,000. That was back in August, so yes. You'd expect this 9.2 to at least push 5 grand based on the most recent comp, in my opinion. Like at least 5 grand, 5,500 would probably be where I would say is the FMV based on comps, but you know.
It's 34 asking 36. Heritage Live, come back in at 36.
Like 1 or 2 more bids and I would say, that's fine.
All bids in.
You know?
Last chance to place a bid at.
But yes, it was sitting low when it was like $3,000.
Yes, they are. 3,400.
It seems Super Mario World 2 got like a pump in what, 2022, very late I think it was. We finally had a copy sell for like $20,000 or something. But this game never eclipsed itself into that upper echelon of sales. Like, I mean, 4,000 isn't bad for a 9.2A+, right? Like, it's not bad at all, but it's just not, it's not that, like, You know what I mean? It's not that higher level Mario you might expect. 4,250. A Super Metroid, 85 plus here, pushing its way to almost $10,000 on the 85 plus. Oh my gosh. Early production copy here, green text, early, I guess, yeah, early production with the green text up in the top right-hand corner. I didn't know if it was definitive early versus late on this, but... Oh no, I have. I don't like Super Mario World 2 either. Like, I don't enjoy the game. I don't find it that fun to play, but... It still is like, you know, Mario World 2, the sequel to, like, one of the greatest Mario games ever made. Super Metroid 85 Plus is pushing its way to almost $15,000 now.
I'll take your cut bid. There's my 12. Go 13.
Wow. Pushing its way to 16,000. Looks like the last 85 plus copies sold for 7,800 and 10,000 respectively back in 2023.
13,000 now, Heritage Live. I need your...
You bought and flipped that Mario 2? You made 200 bucks? Yeah, there we go. That's big money, hamster. That's big money flips right there. You need to open up an online course.
I'll take your cut at 13.5, but I'm asking 14. Let's bid the whole...
Shilling is why Lugia is such an expensive Pokemon card to begin with. Some dude hoarded them, shilled one to 100,000, and then Lugia across all sets started selling for more. Yeah. That's where you have to be careful with shilling and fake comps and fake sales and stuff. You got to be careful with that stuff. Market manipulation. Carl warned us of this. The Carl prophecy foretold the manipulation.
15,000.
Be warned.
132, lot number 49.
18,750. This feels like this feels big, man.
1450 asking 15 to 2600.
This feels big. 18,750? I need to check comps on this, but this feels like one of the biggest Super Metroid sales we've had in a long time, no?
32, 34, Heritage Live. Keep those bids coming. We're at 3,200, 34, yes. 36.
Entering into Game Boy here, 9.2A plus, and before we get to the Pokemon block, where we have basically every Pokemon game coming up in 9.8 A++ grade here, I do just want to remind you guys that the next signature auction is coming up in May. You have until April 2nd to consign. From everything you're seeing so far, of course, it's the best, it's the rarest, the highest grade pieces, all that stuff. But if you have some amazing video games and you want to take advantage of some of the highest sale, you know, Heritage Auctions gets the highest sales prices, period. Across the hobby, across all auction houses. So if you want to get in on this, videogames@ha.com. There's a link in the description. You can get free appraisals. They'll help you get your stuff graded. The best of the best if you want to get into the signature auction. But the next one's coming up in May. Consignment deadline taking place in April. Videogames@ha.com to reach out, speak to a consignment expert, see if you qualify for the signature, all that good stuff. There's also showcase auctions, the weekly auction every Tuesday. Videogames@ha.com. You were not expecting prices this high in this auction? I'd say it's setting the tone pretty good here. I agree, Brandon. Setting the tone pretty good here for the first auction of, the first signature of 2025. What am I missing here on this Batman game? 9.2A plus pushing up to $10,000. First time selling it. 9.28 plus. We're still going, man. This Batman the Animated Series is pushing over... we're looking for 11,250 on it now. 11,250 on this Batman the Animated Series. I am shocked. Really cool game. Obviously Batman and all that stuff, but I don't know. I don't know enough about Game Boy. Yeah, I was wrong about Game Boy. Where's Henry? Henry was right.
7133 wins with the cut bid. Lot number 50. Lot number 50. Yeah.
Wow, I just found out that I just saw that the person who was going to bid on Doom forgot to place their bid. And it sold for what, like 5,700? They forgot to place their bid. They got distracted. It's one of those things why I say place your proxy bids prior, right? Like if you want to bid at the live auction, but you don't want to bid before everything goes live,
26 is the advance, yes, 28 to you, Heritage
place
Live,
your
come back in
proxy
at
bids,
28.
because proxy
26
bids,
28,
when you
28
place them, they don't actually activate until the live bid, right?
It's 3,000 with you,
So these
31,
like internet
32,
bids right here that
32,
came in,
34,
these are
Heritage
proxy
Live,
bids,
34
but they
now.
don't
It's
activate
32
until the item
34,
goes
you
live.
have the bid, Heritage Live
It's
at
amazing.
1,400,
Like,
I'm
make
asking
sure you do it.
3,400.
If you will not be around for the
3,400
auction,
to
even if you
Heritage
will
Live,
be
come back in
around,
with the
play
bid,
some proxies. It
3,400
just,
now.
it helps so
All
much.
bids in.
But that's
Fair
crazy.
warning. Are you sure?
Crazy to hear that someone missed out on the Doom. After I said it was a great deal and everything too. Damn. Yeah, that Super Metroid felt huge. I agree, Joe.
Now we move on to
The
level
last
51.
85 plus did 7.8k in May 2023. Yeah, that Super Metroid for 18,000 is like huge. I used to think, like, going into this, I would have been like, oh man, I can almost afford Super Metroid because it sells for like 5, 6, 7,000 in 85 plus. Now it's like, holy shit, I can't afford Super Metroid. 9.8 A++ Sand Shrew Blue kicks things off here. This is a blue text Sand Shrew Blue. This is the highest graded copy of Sand Shrew Blue text Blue, pushing its way to $35,000 here. So there is no comp because, you know, we've never had a 9.8 A++ Sand Shrew Blue. So here we go. Here we go. Yes, I need to sell your Super Metroid. Huge sale. I mean, it's pretty good.
It's 28 asking 30.
It's a pretty good sale, man.
Heritage Live with you at 28 go 30,000.
I can't disagree with you there. That is a big sale.
You're at 28,000, I'm asking 30. Come back in and try again at
And the
30,000.
Pokemon Blue
Heritage Live,
Japanese went for
4,120.
4,000. 4,000 later
Last
print
chance to
90
place your bid,
plus.
Heritage Live again, a 9.8.
Looking for 37,500 now on the Pokemon Blue.
Advance or fair warning.
Technically a second print, right? Technically a second print because red text does exist, but I don't think red text blue exists in 9.8 A++ yet.
That was really aggressive, sorry.
I don't think so.
32,000 is the advance here. Heritage Live 30,000.
Someone can fact check me on that. Yeah, okay, so 9.8 A++ red text blue does not exist. So this is the highest graded copy of the earliest variant. So I know we always talk, right? Variant versus grade. This is the highest grade.
32,000 is the advance. Heritage Live. Are you going to leave this here on the cut bid at
Playcadia owns the 9.6 A++, which is the highest red text. Whew. Who got the Batman animated series? Yeah, dude, were you gonna bid $11,000, Stampede? That price just blew me away, man.
7127. Lot number 50.
38,750. You were the underbidder on it. Holy shit, man. You were watching my vid where Reddit said the 1K blister blue in game stores overpriced? Yeah, Jesus. You can't help Reddit collectors, man. You just can't help Reddit collectors. They're their own breed. That crowd just, ignorance, man. 38,750. Moving now into the Rattata Blue 9.8 A++. This one being the mid-print copy, also 9.8 A++. I'm pretty sure this is sold before, though. I think. I can't see it on the quick comps, though. You were the underbidder on it. Your wife almost killed you. Jesus, man. That's crazy.
Of course, the blue Pokemon was one of the original Pokemon games.
That is nuts. These games are popping off this auction. 2025 starts strong for graded games. I agree. I agree. This kind of auction might give some strength to the entire market. Just seeing how much some of these are popping. Surely you can get a copy for under $11,000, Stampede. That seems crazy to me for that.
15 now, Heritage Live. 14 asking 15. I need you at 15,000, Heritage Live.
Might give a little bit. These Pokemon games have to be from one consigner. Like, I would assume so, but...
I'm really asking 15. 15,000 is the advance. Heritage Live. Come back in and try again at 15,000.
Any bargains today? Not really, Vito. The best we can do is, like, perhaps underpriced. Right? There were a few games where it was like, maybe that should have sold for a bit more, but like, bargains is tough. Pokemon Blue, the 9.8 A++ for 17.5. This doesn't feel super expensive. I don't think 17.5 is crazy expensive for this. Pokemon Red, Sandshrew, 9.8 A++, the grail of grails of all Pokemon games, right? The Grail of Grails. What is the last actual sale? Is it 42,500 on one of these? Was that a Sandshrew? I think that was a Rattata, wasn't it? 9.88++. Was it 118,000?
46. Let's go 48,000.
Pushing its way to 60,000 right now, 62,000. This is the one game where a lot of people were saying it could crack 100,000, just depending on how bidding goes, right? There aren't a lot of games in here with six-figure potential. This is one of them, for sure, as we're looking for 75,000 right now. Someone used their cut bid, still looking for 75K on the 9.8 A++ Sandshrew Red. Truly, truly, truly the Pokemon Grail. The video game equivalent of the PSA 10 first Charizard, right? Bid? Oh, fuck, you wish, man. They'd be taking... Heritage would be here foreclosing my home if I hit bid on this. They'd take the Malibu, man. not the Malibu. Looking for 87,500. Is Pokemon Red the first game of the series? In North America, it released simultaneously with Red and Blue. In Japan, it was Red and Green. So, yes? Yes? I think would be the easy answer. Yeah, pay for it with the dominoes. Looking for 87,000 on it. Yeah, the premier auction, it's, you know, everyone showing up to it has money. The games are all the best of the best. It's a tough place to get deals, quote unquote. 81,250. 81,250. What's the heritage comp there? Was it the 118,000 or whatever? 81K is not bad. 81K is not bad. Over 100, I would have said is, you know, holy fuck, we're juicing. 81K is not bad, man. It's pretty big. 9.8 A++ Sandshrew Red. Here is the 9.8 A++ Yellow. Oh, fuck, I need comps on these, man. I need comps on these.
18,000, there it is, go 19,000. 19,000 is the Advanced Heritage Live. I don't know who wrote this, the description, Evan, but it's bringing trouble and making it double.
I guess the last Sandshrew was 102,000, January 2022. It's the last one it's showing me anyway. 102,000 3 years ago. So, like, yeah, we just sold for 81,000. Not bad at all. The yellow 9.8 A++, which is pushing. We just got a buzzer beater there, looking for 27,500 now. The last yellow 9.8 A++. The last 9.8 A+ was 20,000, so this should realistically 30-40, right? If a 9.8 A+ did 18, this should be able to double?
All bids in now. Last chance Heritage Live at 22,000. Are you sure? 22,
another absolute buzzer beater, and we're looking for $32,000 on it now. And then they're bidding against proxy bid here. This is what I'm talking about. There's one person who's waiting for the last second to place their bids as if they're doing something, but like they're bidding against the bot, right? So I don't know if they're doing a war of attrition here, thinking that they're like psyching out the other bidder. Like, they're bidding against the bot, man. This person's proxy bids. So, a little bit annoying to watch that each time there. But that's the beauty of proxy bid, right? You don't have to sit here and continue bidding. The proxy will just keep doing it for you. $30,000 on the 9.8 A++. Pokemon Yellow first print. Yeah, I think Yellow could have went for a little bit more personally. Do you know why Heritage doesn't denote Crystal misprint as the second print? Do you own a misprint copy? Recently found out the manuals prove that it's corrected to the actual first print. I don't know why they do. Or don't. Because, yeah, the misprint is second print, right? Yeah, they're not calling it early or late on that. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. If they're unsure about something, they might not label it. But, yeah, I'm pretty positive the misprint is the second print as well. Pokemon Yellow 9.8 A++ mid-print copy. Yeah, I think it is just a worry thing. Like liability, exactly. It's a liability thing if you say it when you aren't like 100% certain, positive, whatever.
lot number 56.
So literally half price for the second print yellow. Kind of cool to see. 15,000 versus 30,000. I personally think first print yellow could have went 35, 40. Just based on comps, right? Market value type thing. I think yellow could have got a little more bid, but 30,000 is not bad. Moving into Super Mario Land, 9.0A plus green screenshot second print. There are two different green screenshots on Mario Land. This is the definitive second print. There is one with different warranty information that makes it the first print. Compared to how bad some of the weeklies are, this is surprising. It feels like a few whales came to swim in the pool today. Yes. It almost feels like the whole hobby, though, has become more concentrated, Brandon. Like, the weeklies, you know, have some really good stuff. Sometimes. There's a few great games, higher grades, whatever it is.
Heritage Live, 75, go 8,000. 8,000 is the advance.
But
you have the bid at 75, come back in at 8,000. It's 75.
Now I lost my train of thought. I started reading another message. But at the higher grade stuff, people are waiting. People are being pickier is what I was going to say. People are being choosier, right? Given that there's less people in the hobby in general from like your 2021 bubble days, people can afford to be pickier. And I think the people who are still here are being pickier. So your 9.2A plus yellow or whatever just doesn't cut it anymore, right? Your 9.4A plus gold, whatever you want to say. Now it's the 9.6s and the 9.8s, and there's more concentration. But could be what we're seeing, Brandon. Could be what we're seeing. Almost $10,000 for Mario Land, 9.0A plus there. The green screen second shot. Here is the 9.8A plus plus yellow screenshot. So once again, we have a 9.8A plus plus later print going up against the 9.0A plus green screen. We'll see if the grade... We'll see if the grade can win again here. Can the grade win once again?
4,800.
Negative. Negatividabido. 6,000 for the 9.8A plus plus versus the earlier print 9.0A plus for 9,300. Here's the other Pokemon Grail. I was talking about Pokemon Red being like, you know, the de facto Grail of the hobby. Crystal is just insanely rare to find. 9.8A plus plus here, pushing its way to looking for 37,500 here. So it is going to outsell yellow. It is going to outsell blue. The only question is, will it outsell Pokemon Red? F for Super Mario Land. Wasn't there a Mario Land around this same grade at Certified Link that just sold for right around 10,000 as well? I don't follow the price of Mario Land all that closely because I just don't really care about it, but I thought there was one on Certified Link. Just, you know, just happened. That was right around the same price. Pushing its way here to 45,000 on the Pokemon Crystal 9.8A plus plus.
36,000 fair warning.
The last 9.8A plus plus sold for... I can't even see a quick comp on it, but...
34,000.
Was there a 9.8A plus plus before? On Heritage? 42,500. Yeah, so later release game, right? This is like, what, 2001 or something? Later release, but Crystal is just so beloved. Rare to find sealed. 9.8A plus plus. Yeah, it's a Grail. Grail Pokemon game.
31, 32 to you, 36, let's go 38.
You just checked some solds? Are you crazy? Are things pumping? Things are kind of pumping, man. Crystal is definitive. Like, if you're going to play a Gen 1 Pokemon game, in my opinion, Mike, play Crystal. Or if you're going to play a Gen 2. Like, the Crystal is, in my opinion, the definitive, like, Kanto experience and... like, I know it's Johto as well, but, like, Crystal is very, very, very good. Very, very good. So, also hard to find. Sold the lowest being the third release, but, like, great game. Pokemon Gold, 9.8A plus plus CGC here. Yeah, I love Gold. One of the two highest graded copies they've ever offered here. I can't believe they've only sold one other 9.8A plus plus before. It was a WATA copy, November 2024 for 10,600. So the CGC copy here needs a couple more bids. So this is what I was saying about Pokemon Gold, though, when that other person was asking about it. There just are a lot of golds out there. There just are a lot of golds out there. So $7,500 for the 9.8A plus plus Pokemon Gold. Affordable. If you're in the market for a Pokemon, like Pokemon Gold has gotten to the point of affordability. dare I say, when you can get the 9.88++ damn near perfect copy now for sub $10,000. Pokemon Silver 9.88++ is much more expensive. It should be much more expensive. We'll see here. Pushing its way to 13,000, looking for 14. A Silver, much less availability, plus you have to pay the Lugia tax. Lugia is simply a more popular Pokemon than Ho-Oh, and it's not close. In the trading cards, Lugia sells for a fuck ton. Looking for 15,000 here.
And we sell at 11,000.
Sub 15, 13,750. So yeah, almost twice the price of gold there to get a silver.
Complete in box. This is Cora magazine exclusive.
Almost twice the price to go to a silver. So if you don't care between Pokemon Gold and Silver, you can get yourself gold for much, much, much cheaper. And if you don't care about a 9.88++, you can get like a 9.68+ VGA 85+ for like a few grand, right? Very good pricing on Pokemon Gold nowadays.
It comes with the white box, the inserts. Okay. 55
This is Coro Magazine Pokemon Pinball High Score Contest number 15. One of 20 that was given out for the contest. That's really cool. Yeah, holy shit. Looking for 7,500 here on this Game Boy. Wow. Ultra rare Japanese Game Boy here, hey? High score of Pokemon Pinball Coro Magazine. That's crazy. Yeah, toss the cut bid in there, man. What's the second picture? It is the back of the Game Boy. Isn't there a YouTuber who collects like ultra rare Japanese Game Boys or something? Like a really big YouTuber. Is there any chance he would spend like 7,000 on that?
1, 3, 6. Lot number 62. This is a Game Boy Color console. This is VGA.
I don't think the price of the other crystal would be much different, Tanner, personally. I don't think anyone... I don't know if it's widespread enough, the theory about the two different prints of Pokemon Crystal. So I don't think you'd see an actual difference in pricing between misprint and the other print, personally. The Game Boy console, the Pokemon Pinball, 7,187. That's just super cool. This is a Hong Kong exclusive Pocket Monster Special Edition. VGA 75 qualified, again for the ultra rare Game Boy Pokemon collectors. Pushed its way to $6,200. Yeah, this is something I've never seen before. I've never seen this before either. Just crazy, crazy cool. Do you remember seeing one on Yaz recently? The Coro Pinball was on Yahoo Auctions, or the Hong Kong one was? Either way, crazy. Speaking of Pokemon Game Boy Colors, here is the 90+ North American. This is the gold one, right? Pushing its way to $7,500 on the 90+. Mint on this one. Jeez. These Pokemon Game Boys, they display amazing. They just look great. The Coro one was on Yahoo Japan. Gotcha.
Come back in and try again with another bid at 7,000. I'll take your cut bid at 6,750. I'm asking 7,000.
A CIB one sold for like 5K instantly on Facebook. Jesus.
Finish off that cut bid. Heritage Live at 7,000.
Which one, Comac? What do you mean? I think the 9.6A+ Oval did very well. I think the Hang Tab copy could have gotten a few more bids. I was surprised to see the Oval outsell the Hang Tab. I know it's very different in grade. And the Matte Sticker CIB still holds up well. Like, the Matte Sticker CIB is doing great. That box was, like, ripped and torn, and it's still sold for, what, 8,000? Those are doing great. I personally, my own selfish, I wish the 9.6A+ would have sold for less. It makes my life more difficult to get one, but I think it did well.
9,000. There's my bid, 95. Heritage Live 95. A quick answer.
Speaking of doing well, this Game Boy Pokemon Color Limited Edition is now pushing its way to $12,000. So, I think this does have batteries inside. I'm pretty positive it does.
I need 12,000 now. Heritage Live 11.
I'm pretty positive.
Back in and try again at 12,000. I'll take your cut at 11.
Regular Game Boy Colors in 85+ sell for around 3 grand. VGA 95 purple went for 5 grand. I don't have the quick comps for other ones of this, but it's pushing 15,000 now. Yeah, the 9.6A+ Oval was strong in my opinion, Comac. That was strong sale.
I'm asking 13. All bids in.
Where am I going to try and source a Mario once the funds are collected? Anywhere. Anywhere, JC. Facebook, Heritage, Golden, like... Oh, I'm mentioning the competitors. I'll look anywhere. Once I have the money, whoever the hell wants to sell me one.
7130. Lot number
15,000 for the 90-plus Pokemon Game Boy Color. Woof. Woof. I feel like this outsold the other one a lot, didn't it? Didn't we have one of these sell for like 8,000 or something? I need to check comps again, but I feel like the last comp we had was a decent amount lower than $15,000. Maybe it wasn't a 90-plus, but like, whew. Conker's Bad Fur Day, 9.8 A++. Have we ever had that sell? Yes, we have. January 2020. It sold about a month ago. 4,250. It must have been a different copy. I greatly assume it's not the exact same copy, but same grade, CGC, sold for $4,200 in January. This copy right now is looking for $3,700. Having two copies come up a month apart, 9.8 A++ Conkers, might affect things, but the power of the signature auction, baby. There we go, looking for $4,500. We tied the January copy. So now every bid is higher sale. 9.8 A++ Conkers.
3,600 is the advance here. Heritage Live, come back in and try again.
N64 staple, Rareware staple. Not a game I personally care about. Like, I've played Conkers. It just, you know, give me Banjo-Kazooie all day long, personally, but give me Donkey Kong 64 all day long. $4,250 for Conkers, selling for the exact same price as the other copy. Very cool game. It's an N64 staple. I get it. Donkey Kong 64, 9.6 A++. Remember when, yeah, I was going to say, we had a 9.6 A+ CGC, $3,000. That was early last year. And 9.6 A++ WADA for $4,560 back in 2023. Pushing its way to $3,700 right now. Couple more bids to match the July sale. I need a Donkey Kong 64 myself still at some point, so again, for my own selfish reasons here, I'm hoping this doesn't go to like $5,000 or something.
3,200 is the Advanced Heritage Live. You have the bid at 3.
Your Game Boy Color console's been at VGA for months. Yeah.
3,400, 32 bid 34.
Ugh.
The Advanced Heritage Live, 32 asking 34. Come back in and try again. Heritage Live, I need you at 3,400 now. All bids.
You don't get why people care about Conkers? I just feel like it's been locked in at this point, Vito. Right? Like, it's just locked in as an N64 staple, the adult themes. It just doesn't do anything for me. You know? It just doesn't do anything for me. I don't even know how many people truly grew up with Conkers, because like it was a bargain bin type game. So I don't know, man. Yeah, I think it's just kind of dumb too, but I don't know. Ocarina of Time, man. 9.8 A++ Collector's Edition, the highest graded copy of the Collector's Edition here. The only 9.8 A++ that exists, I believe.
18.5. I'll take your
pushing its way to 24,000 here. 9.8 A++ Ocarina of Time Collector's Edition. What do you think about the silver? You bought it? The big tax in comp to the gold, the VGA 90. I think the silver's fine, Tip Kaiser. I think the silver's fine because you came under some comps. Like, I think there was a recent comp on eBay. Okay, there we go. Monty can chime in. Yeah, you came in a little bit under a different comp on the silver, so at bare minimum, you didn't pay the highest price on the market. The 9.8 A++ Ocarina pushing its way to $30,000. Isn't this cheap? I don't know. But what should the 9.8 A++ sell for? What was the 10? Was the 10 a standard copy? Was the 10.0 a standard or a collector's? So the 10.0 was 155,000. So here's the only 9.8 A++. You'll never get that 10. Pushing for 32,500 right now. And given Ocarina is often mentioned as the greatest game of all time, you're surprised this doesn't go for more. Pushing its way to 35,000. Pushing its way to 35,000 right now.
I need you at 28.
If a Pokemon card printed last week sells for 2,000, you don't know how these 30-year-old games aren't higher? I don't even... Trying to understand the price of cardboard that was just printed 2 weeks ago, man, is... That's its own mental gymnastics. Pushing its way, a couple more bids will take it to 40K. So we're right shy of Chrono Trigger right now, actually. Speaking of greatest games of all time, right? Chrono Trigger went for 40.
Do we have any more bids at 30,000? No, we do not. 28,000.
Closing at 35,000 on the nose.
Lot number 67.
So just shy of Chrono Trigger and about half the price of Secret of Mana.
I would walk around with stickers and tattoos.
But yeah, under Chrono Trigger is kind of interesting. Both games, respective best games ever on their consoles. Interesting to see.
CGC graded 9.6 A++.
Personally, I think I talked to a couple people, and my estimate on this was right around 40K. Like, I personally didn't see it going 50, 60, 70. I just didn't. So 35,000 is within my range of estimate on this. I know some of you guys are saying it should go for more or whatever. This is where I kind of was. But definitely curious to hear more opinions.
8,500 is the advance now. You have the bid
Ocarina of Time 9.6 A++ with all of the extra pre-order goodies from when you actually got the collector's edition. Pushing its way to 10,000 here, you got the bag, the poster, some stickers, all this stuff. Jeremy's licking his lips. Yeah, seriously, dude. You could have 120 Pokemon Game Boy for 8K, but you'd rather have some 2K Eevee cards. Yeah. Yep. But did you consider that Umbreon has a crown on it, man? You probably didn't even consider that, to be honest. So if you consider that Umbreon is wearing a new crown, then I think it makes sense.
8,500 asking 9,000 is the advance now.
You think not enough Zelda fans in the market at the moment? I think it's just at the like once we start talking $50,000, like 50K is the new 100K, right? That's kind of what I would say about this market over the past 2 years. So once we start tipping up to $50,000, like that is kind of your old equivalent to 100,000. This auction, we're probably not going to have a $100,000 game at all. So $50,000, whatever you want to say, there's very, very few bidders. So if someone dips out, you know, it just is what it is. No, the Pokemon Red got closest, Mike, at 81,000. 81,000 on the Pokemon Red Sandshrew 9.8 A++ was the closest we've come to 100,000. I think the action set was the other one. At like 67,000. So here's Mystical Ninja Goemon, 9.8 A++, highest graded they've ever sold here at Heritage. We'll see what this does. Already passing Conker's Bad Fur Day. Ninja Goemon 9.8 A++, looking for 5,200. Yeah, big red day in all markets. I do wonder if that affects things. You know, even if it doesn't, like, obviously, you know, on paper, 1 day of red, but psychologically, I think a red day could affect things, but what do you do, right? What do you do? Yeah, 100K used to be normal. Exactly. Exactly. The stock market is only just getting started going down. Like, I hope you're wrong, but I think you're right. But it's that thing, Hamster, of like how long can you call the stock market overpriced or primed to collapse, or you know what I mean, overvalued? And it's been overvalued for like a year plus, you know what I mean? I've been hearing the stock market is primed for collapse for so long now that it's like, well, fuck, is it? When's it gonna fall? I think you're right, but like it keeps chugging along. The issue are the tariffs, inflation. There's always something, dude. There's always something. It keeps chugging along. Goemon, speaking about chugging along here, Goemon's pushing its way to $8,000, 9.8 A++. At this kind of price range here, this is serious. This is serious on Goemon. Once you start getting into like the $8,000 range, I mean, you're into the some of the most expensive N64 games that aren't Pokemon, Mario, Zelda, right? Obviously, those dominate N64, but like something that isn't Pokemon, Mario, Zelda pushing almost 10,000 is pretty freaking decent. As Goldman here is up to looking for 9,300.
You have the bid now at 7. I need you at 75.
Just don't buy the blue chips. There's not enough upside left. But even so, like your S&P 500 now, I think it was Rudy who was doing a big talk about it, about how it's so concentrated at this point to where like Nvidia is what, 20% of the S&P 500? So you're not even diversified. It's probably not 20, but you know what I mean. These blue chip massive stocks, even in your diversified index, take up such a percent that, you know, your bottom 100 companies make up like 1% of the index. So it's like you're not even in 500. You know what I mean? You might as well call it the S&P 50, and you basically have the same exposure rate. So even for people who aren't, it's tough. It's I don't know. I don't know. Was it the top 5 companies make up the 20%? Yeah, it's just diversification is a dead game. It's weird.
26 go 28. 28 now. Heritage Life, you have the bid
Mystical Ninja Goman selling for 8,750. I think that's freaking solid, man, for Goman. Very cool game, cool franchise. That's awesome. Blitz 9.48 plus. Blitz could do something, man. Second highest graded example on the pop report. Never sold an example with a higher grade. The last time 9.4A plus sold was September 2022 for $7,800. Blitz gets love, man. Probably the best arcade football game ever made. Pushing its way to almost 5,000 right now. I think Blitz sold really well. I think Blitz sold. There was a copy on PS1 that also sold really, really well. What do you want me to say? Go Amon. Mystical Ninja, go Amon. Come on, man, it's Goman. I'm a white guy in Saskatchewan. Can't I just call him Goman? That Goman feller's doing pretty good. Let me be me. Let me be a prairie boy.
All bids in from Heritage Live. 6,000 last chance.
NFL Blitz, the 9.48 plus. 7,000 on the dot there? 6,875. Yeah, Blitz does really well, man. Blitz has fans. I played it like sparingly growing up. Like, it is amazing. It's super fun to like muck around with. But I think we either rented it or a friend had it or something. We never owned Blitz ourselves. But really cool franchise. Oh man, this is a banger. Jesus. 9.8 A++, highest graded copy that exists. Star Wars Shadows of the Empire.
6,000 is the advance now. Heritage Live, fair warning. All bids
Pushing
in.
its...
Last chance. 57.50.
Man, whoa, that's kind of crazy to me. This opened and closed really quick on the Shadows of the Empire. $7,000, but like... The last 9.8 A+ was 66. I guess that's all the way back in 2023, though.
9,000 now.
Yeah, back in 2023, I mean, 96, 78, and 66. The 9.8 A+, like, this is the highest graded copy, the plus. I personally thought we were going to see it go over 10 grand. Personally, I thought we were going to see this climb over 10 grand here on Shadows of the Empire. Because that's just, like, this is... I think it's a deal, personally. I know it's $7,000 here, Star Wars game, whatever, but, like, just based on all comps here... Smash Bros! 9.6 A++ copy, pushing its way to $21,000. Of course it is. The latest we have are the 9.8 A++ copies that sold. So the last 9.8 A++ was 50K. So this one should be half price in my opinion. Maybe even less than half price, as we're getting close to 22,500, looking for 23,000. Right? Like, I think most of us agree a 9.6 plus, 9.8 plus, there should be a 2x gap in that. With that said,
Let's go 26 Heritage Live.
This is pushing its way to $35,000 right here. This Smash is doing very, very well now. Again, right, considering the 9.8A++ was just $50,000 in November.
All bids in.
Wow.
Last chance.
Yeah, Shadows is super close to a launch title. Shadows is super close to a launch title. Really early N64 with Shadows of the Empire. That 9.8 was cheap. The 9.8 was beaten down, you know. We had like 2 copies. We had 2 copies of the 9.8 almost back to back. I think it was like signature to signature, right? But yeah, shit, 9.6A++ for 32,000? Whew!
13 against you go 14,000, 15 against you go 16,000.
This is 9.4A++ Beast Wars. This is the rental Blockbuster exclusive box.
17,000, you have the bid, go 18,000.
This is the highest graded copy they've ever sold, pushing its way to $22,000 on Beast Wars. There is actually a box variant on this. I know it's everyone says like the rental exclusive, but there was actually a way to get this without Blockbuster included, because there is a box that does not say Blockbuster exclusive. There are variants on this, so this is the Blockbuster exclusive version box, whatever you want to call it. I don't know if there's first print, second print. It's so fucking rare that it doesn't really matter. But looking for $27,000 on Beast Wars, which is crazy.
All bids in from Heritage Live. No, 22 is
crazy. Looking for 30. Has Beast Wars sold before?
Thank you. 26 to you, Heritage Live. You have the bid at 24.
Like, I know Sculptor's Cut just did a mint on Heritage as well. The highest we've seen on Beast Wars, 8.0A, 2022 for $19,000.
I need your bid at 28,000.
So there we go. This is now looking for 37.5 after BP. Looking for 40,000 after BP. It's just more available, Mike. Like, it's just more available. Clay Fighter took itself as the grail. Beast Wars Transmetals, again, I think it's because there's both Blockbuster and non-Blockbuster that you have a little bit more availability with it. I think the closer comparison is actually Stunt Racer. Stunt Racer is probably very, very, very close to being just as rare as Sculptor's Cut, but the Stunt Racer is a racing game, and Stunt Racer didn't capture the collector consciousness. But Beast Wars has always been a little bit below both of those games. So it's like Beast Wars, Stunt Racer, Sculptors. At least in my own head, right? But 37,500 is fucking crazy, man. Did this outsell Ocarina? It sold for more than Ocarina of Time. It sold for more than Ocarina of Time, man. Wow. That's impressive. Sold for more than Smash Bros. It's a big sale on Beast Wars, man. It's a big sale on Beast Wars at 37.5. Worms, 9.8A++, pushing its way to almost 5,000. Worms should be up there. Worms was never rental exclusive. It doesn't have that extra upper echelon of rarity. 13 copies of Worms on the Pop Report. Because yeah, like Worms is like Worms Super Bowling.
It's at 4,000. You have the bid at 4,000. Go 42.
Worms used to hang out with like Ogre Battle more.
Thank you very much. Go
yeah, Worms used to be for sure. I think Worms is actually cooled, because now I think like Bomberman Second Attack is ahead of Worms too. So I would put, you know, like personally, again, in my own head canon, like Worms comes down to like a fringe top 10er. It's probably up there still top 10, but you know what I mean. It's like 8, 9, or 10.
Let's go 55.
In my own. Should be way more than this in 9.8. The 9.8A++, I mean, sure, slowly but surely, man, pushing its way to 7,500 here. Slowly but surely.
Thank you very much. Go 65. 6,000.
The 9.4A+ only sold for $2,000 in September. 9.4A+ for $2,000. So what? The 9.8A+ should be like over 10 for sure, right? Surely we can get a 5x premium from 9.4 up to 9.8A++. So I'd say we should see 10, maybe 12. 12 would be fair. Again, these are just rough numbers, right? But we'll see. It's still going. It's still going here, Petty. Or Petey. Is it Petty or Petey? In my head, I always call you Petty Party. Pity Party. It might be Petey.
8,500 is the advance.
Worms looking for over 10 here? Just don't call me late for dinner, yeah. All right, pal. 10,000 on the nose for Worms. Yeah, I'm not I'm fine with that personally. I'm fine with this. If it sold for 5-6 grand, sure. But like 10 grand? I'm fine with that. I just Worms, I genuinely think Worms has lost popularity over the years. Like Worms was one of the biggest N64 chases, and I just think it's like fallen in popularity a bit.
Come back in and try again at 3,400.
85 qualified N64 console. 85 qualified N64. Yeah, right. Wasn't there also the case pack of Worms too? So what? There's at least one WAD 10 out there now, right? So it also could be the recent case pack is sitting on everyone's mind, where suddenly there's 6 mint Worms out there, right? Could be affecting it. VGA 85 standard universal Donkey Kong 64 set. This is crazy, man. This is a grail in my opinion. The 85 Donkey Kong set, unopened, brand new, pushing up to 15,000. Yeah, the DK64 console is just, it's peak, man. If you're an N64 kid, if you like N64, like, this is peak. This hobby is so small and 6 new pieces can move the market. Yeah. You got the exact grade Jungle Green set for like 3 grand on Golden months ago. Whew. There were 2 case packs of Worms. Yeah, so there we go, right? Truly, 12 new copies of Worms just affects everything. What are we at for views? I don't even ever see my views. What are we pinging here? 170 of you guys in here. Thank you. It's awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Appreciate you guys being in here for the signature auction day 1. Remember, the fun does continue tomorrow, 4 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Eastern. Is case pack collecting still going strong? No. That is the nichest of the niche. Basically, no one actually collects case packs. You just break them open and take the games. Right? You just break the case open and take those minty games out. Oh yeah, Limited Run also has a Worms Armageddon. I actually do think that hurts the cartridge value a lot. For factory sealed in the long run, I think a new release of Worms Armageddon might help bring interest to factory sealed copies, but short term, I do think LRG re-releases hurt. Almost in every instance, actually. I don't think it's a good thing short term. The VGA Donkey Kong 64 console, $17,000 for it. That's just, it's so cool, man. It's so cool. Ultra 64 prototype N64 controller. No grade, authenticated by VGA. This is the type Nintendo revealed in 1995. So just a prototype created before the 1995 Shoshinkai trade show, where Nintendo exhibited multicolored Ultra 64 controllers that retained the same size, oversized analog stick as this earlier model. So I'm guessing this is, yeah, prototype earliest N64 controller, I'm guessing. Which is why bidding is taking it to $12,000 now. I don't know. I don't know. I think they only grade new stuff, technically. So I think that's why they went with a new grade. What's the difference between qualified and CIB? Aren't qualified opened as well? Yes. So qualified is opened and never used. CIB is opened, used. So that's the difference. From back when it was called the Ultra 64, yeah, I don't even know a lot about the history of N64. But like, this is freaking cool, man. I didn't know what to expect out of this either. I remember I was talking to someone about like, how much should you bid on this? And it was just like, I don't know. Right? Like, I didn't know if this was 5,000, 10,000, and now we're sitting here at 20,000. Like, I just don't know.
17. Heritage Live 17,000 is the advance.
Seems pretty crazy that we're pushing $20,000 on it now, but like, geez.
17,000. Heritage Live, I need
It's all crazy, crazy N64 video game history.
17,000. Are you sure? Yes.
The GBA 90s are not 90s? Are you talking about the graded consoles? I can't really look at them, like these ones coming up, or do you mean different ones?
This is a VGA 85 Plus, unopened with adapter.
But a good reminder to always look at what you're bidding on, right? Don't just buy the grade, actually use your eyes, but it's hard for me to do this live here, you know? I don't want to shit all over someone's consignment before it goes to auction. But I do encourage you to always look at the item before bidding, because yeah, not all 90s are equal, not all, you know what I mean? Buy the game, not the grade, you know what we always say. $20,000 though for the Ultra 64 controller. $20,000. Very, very, very cool N64 history. I just don't know.
36 is the advance. You have the bid at,
that's kind of nuts.
Now at 3,400, asking 36.
VGA 85 Plus Japanese Pokemon Emerald. And we are nearing the end of the auction here, actually, as we crack into Game Boy Advance here. Appreciate you guys all coming out for day one here. Appreciate Heritage Auction sponsoring the stream. Videogames at HA.com to reach out about potentially consigning for the next signature auction coming up in May. You have until April 2nd if you want to get into the next signature auction in May. Some pretty good prices at this one. Could continue into later into the year. 2025 could be the bounce back year, baby. The Pokemon 85 Plus Emerald, 4,250. Here's a Leaf Green. 85, 9.8 A++. First print with the misprint on the back. It looks like the last one sold for $9,300 in August. So right now, looking for 8K on this one? I am a bit surprised that Leaf Green is below 8K. I am a bit surprised. Dare I say it might even be value for Leaf Green? I know, it's a reprint, I get it. Leaf Green, Fire Red, they aren't, you know, I get it, but I don't think that's bad for a 9.8 A++ first print. They're kind of hard to find. Oh, Rick, you won the Leaf Green, so there we go. I'm glad I'm sitting here giving you some praise to your victory. I take it you did not win the Pokemon Crystal then? How high did you push the Crystal to? Crystal didn't get crazy, but I think it got ahead of where we both thought it should end. Pokemon Sapphire Kyogre Edition, Pokemon Center New York exclusive, VGA 90. Fucking nuts, man. These are just rare in any condition. Pushing its way to $20,000 here for the Kyogre SP. Wow. Closing at 20,000 on the nose. You're the underbidder on Crystal. Damn. Damn, Rick. Damn. Underbid on Crystal. Yeah, the under from... Damn, man. What did it sell for again? 46?
42.
Yeah, 42.5. Damn, that sucks. I'm sorry to hear that you were the underbidder. That's crazy. Damn, dude. The SP Kyogre 20K moving into the 85 Plus Pikachu Toys R Us exclusive Game Boy Advance SP. Yeah, I do think you'll have another shot at Crystal. I do. But damn, that sucks. Never fun to be the underbidder. Never fun to be the underbidder. I feel for you, dude. The Pokemon, or the Pikachu Game Boy Advance SP, pushing its way to $6,000. I need to tell I need to tell the girlfriend she has to pick up Domino's on the way home. This is gonna work perfectly. She's at her parents' house right now. This is going to be perfect timing here on Domino's. I don't even need to tip the delivery guy. I'm going to pocket that. I'm going to pocket that donation. 5,750 for the Pikachu Toys R Us exclusive there. And the reason this is so much cheaper is, remember, like, Pokemon Center New York exclusive stuff is, like, the pinnacle, right? That is the peak. So this one, Toys R Us, still rare and expensive, whatever you want to say, but it just doesn't even come close to Pokemon Center New York. Just different levels, right? Different levels. Game Boy Advance SP, Rayquaza, Japanese Pokemon Center exclusive as well. This one being Japanese, I think there's a little bit more availability. I think? Well, we'll see. It's VGA 90 pushing its way to 8,000 right here, looking for almost 10,000. I don't want to say there is or not. I just don't know enough about the Japanese ones. But this is also Pokemon Center exclusive, Japanese Rayquaza. Looks freaking amazing, pushing its way to $10,000. How much is this Ghostbusters going to go for? Yeah, a 10.0 Ghostbusters on Genesis? I don't know. I don't know. I'll say $16,000 for Ghostbusters. I'll say 16,000. 10 point. I'm just shooting in the dark.
85, thanks.
Yeah, I think the American Pokemon Center stuff is just rarer. You know what I mean? I think Japan did more Pokemon Center stuff, and it's not quite as rare. I think. Pretty solid auction for total for no game over 100K. Yeah, seriously though, over $1 million at this auction now. $1.1 million sold.
10,000. Let's round up to 10,000.
$1.1 million worth of video games auctioned off here in the past couple hours. 17 more to go. We're just about done with Nintendo stuff. Is that guy in here who said he was waiting? Invincible, Indivisible? I can't remember his name now. He was waiting for an item later in the auction. I wonder if he's still in here. I wonder if it's come up yet.
Last chance to bid at 12.
The Rayquaza Game Boy SP. Indefensible, Indivisible, Invisible. What the hell was that guy's name? Almost 17,000 for the Rayquaza SP, so maybe there is no real difference here.
All bids in.
It's only 4 examples on the VGA pop report, so like only 4 on the pop report. It's probably still rare as balls.
Okay, 13,000 it is.
Closing its way to 16,250. Is there a group chat on Reddit from you guys? No, but there is a Discord. There's a free Discord link in the description if you want to talk about sales, games, collecting, the hobby, you know, anything like that. Graded and sealed is obviously the lean of the Discord, but yeah, Discord exists if you want to talk about this, you know, whenever. Nintendo Dolphin GameCube dev kit. This is super cool. Super cool to see an actual Dolphin dev kit come up for sale here. Pushing its way to 3,000. This is back when it was still called the Dolphin.
This was an essential video game.
Now the main GameCube emulator is still called Dolphin, which is awesome.
I need you at 2,400 Heritage Live.
Either way, pushing its way to over $3,000 here. As far as GameCube collecting goes, Thane, like I think the Dolphin is really cool. Like I am, you know, I'm of this age though.
Come back in with a bid at 3,200. It's 3,000 asking 32.
This one comes with a test cartridge? What are you saying here?
With a bid at 3,200. There it is. Go 34. 34 as well. Let's go 36 now. It's 34 asking 36. Heritage Live 34 bid 36. Come back in. Try again.
Comes with a power cord and a dev cartridge. Interesting. With Ice Age 2, Ice Age 2 Beta and Batman Begins debug. So you even get a test cartridge with this. This is your test cartridge? Yeah, there we go. There we go. You also get a cartridge with this, which sweetens that quite a bit. Pushing its way to 5,000 bucks. What did the Animal Crossing sell for? There wasn't one. There hasn't been an Animal Crossing today. If there's an Animal Crossing, it must be day 2. That card's worth around 2,000 to 3,000 alone? Whew. Well, there you go.
4,600.
There you go. Good to know.
46, yes. 48.
Pineapple and ham pizza? Like, probably. Like, unironically, probably.
It's 48 bid 5,000 to you. Come back in. Try.
She replied no. She said, no, I'm eating something else.
Bids change again now. Heritage Live 55 goes 6,000.
So now it's just me getting Domino's. And she will still pick it up, I hope. Yeah, I'm a big pineapple ham guy, 100%. Ham and pineapple, 100%. Like, yes, absolutely. Absolutely, it's a great pizza. Might be a big Canadian thing, I'm not sure. Because I know it's a controversial take, but like, ham and pineapple's very standard here.
Thank you, 8,000. Heritage Live, 75 bid now at 8. 8,000 is the
No Animal Crossing today. It might be at the 6th gen. It might be at the 6th gen showcase. Why not Pizza Hut? Domino's is just close to my house and it's cheap. Like Domino's, the value versus flavor and everything. Like I just love Domino's, man. Like unironically, I like Domino's. It's good pizza. Hashtag Domino's, like order yours today. The Dolphin GameCube pushing its way over 10,000. All of this dev stuff, prototype stuff, like they did good. $10,000 for the Dolphin dev. We had that Ultra 64 controller went for like 20,000. The Atari 5200 prototype did 5,000. That Ninja Taro one did 5,000. All of this prototype stuff's doing pretty darn good, I think. Yeah, Pizza Hut is just like, we don't have a location anywhere near us, and yeah, it's just kind of expensive. These are prototype Wii controllers and sensor bars. So you get a nunchuck, a Wiimote, and a sensor bar. All prototype, again, authenticated by VGA with no grade assigned. And again, this is pushing its way to like $4,000 immediately here for the prototype Wiimotes and Joy-Cons. So again, all of this prototype stuff to me is doing really well.
38 go for 4,000 is the advance. Thank you. Go for 4,200.
Just showed up. What was the big sales of the night? Pokemon Red closed at 81,000, and 85 plus early action set did like 68K. Secret of Mana Man 9.88 plus did like 66,000. Ocarina of Time did 35,000. Smash Bros did what, 36, 32? Somewhere in there. Beast Wars on N64 did like 37,000. Those are some of the biggest ones there. Big sales on those. Did VGA check them for printer metadata? But did they look for the printer metadata? No, VGA, no! Pushing its way here to almost $10,000 on the Wii prototype pieces. Like, to me, it seems kind of crazy, but I don't know what prototype stuff is worth. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I just don't know. I just don't know enough. I'm literally too uneducated to look at this stuff. You won the pinball Game Boy. The coolest part was the photo you didn't see on the listing. You should go back and look at the third photo. Why would they put the coolest photo and not even let me see it? You won the Pokemon Game Boy. Oh my god, you get the actual certificate showing the high score. Is this CIB as well? Is this a box, or is this, or did it just come in a standard white box? Yeah, that's really cool that you get the actual scorecard showing that you scored 15th and the score you got. Yeah, that's cool. That's a cool frickin' item, Squeaks. Cool win.
Thank you, Sophie.
Like, I can't comment on price at all. It was $7,000. I just have like no clue. You know what I mean? I just have no idea. But like, that's cool. Cool win, dude. The prototype Wii controllers and stuff sold for $11,250. Just like, it's just big, man. It's big.
This is the highest graded copy that
absolutely big for these prototype controllers and stuff.
And there's only
you also have no idea? You've never seen an authentic CIB with the card hit the market, but you love it? Will fit in the console collection nicely? Yeah, it will. Your console collection, dude, is like world class.
Fair warning.
World class. So yeah, that's gonna fit in nice.
There we are.
That's cool.
All right, next bid would
really cool. Domino's in Norway sucks. You tried it for the first time during Xmas and it was dry and tasteless. Oh man, our Domino's is juicing, man. Like, just you get good sauce on there. There's a good amount of cheese. Like, they aren't skimpy with toppings. Like, just fucking good pizza, man. And the best part is, like, I can get a large pizza at Domino's for like $8 US. Just like, it's free. You know, it's free. J&A.
Gotta run. You talking about pizza made me hungry.
Next one we got
Lol.
is lot
Have a great
85,
weekend.
and that
Yeah,
is
go get yourself some
Ghostbusters
pizza,
Lot
JNA, and thank you so much for the 20 bucks, dude. That's huge.
5750.
Thank you so much. Have yourself a good night. Thank you for hanging out. You're signing off. You got your ass handed to you on the bidding.
Is the highest graded Genesis game from WADA.
What the hell is that? I thought you were a Carl Jobst impersonator.
So can I get that
7,500 is where the 10.0 Ghostbusters opens at here. We got a new bidder in here.
There we go.
I've never seen this bidder before in my life.
I need 7 to
Pushing its way to 87, pushing its way to 9,300.
from that cut bid. Do you have another cut bid or
10.0 Sega Genesis Ghostbusters. Crazy. Crazy to see a 10.0 there. Yeah, that was messed, man. I don't know what the hell YouTube was doing there, but that was messed.
that we're playing? Can you? Got it.
Yeah, Carl coming in hot with the VPN.
12 over here in my book.
You're really upset you missed out on the Doom? You got lost out? Man.
The lucky number that gets you this
Man. Like, fuck.
Come on.
Like,
I know you're
why
not
didn't you
gonna-
place a proxy bid, dude?
13 was the lucky
Why
number.
didn't you place a bid? Did you actually win the Doom Sup, yo?
Do I have 16?
Like, did you actually?
Again,
Also, Ghostbusters, what'd I say, 16,000 for my estimate? Pushing its way to 20,000 here. Pushing its way to $20,000. So yeah, Ghostbusters popping. I know someone said it's not going to sell for as much as it needs to. It's popping, dude. We're looking for 22,000 on it now.
17,000. I need
If you were considering putting in an earlier bid, but you didn't want the price to go up as much before the live. Yeah, so the proxy bid, Carl, doesn't execute until the auction actually goes live. So if you pre-bid, it'll go up immediately, but if you do the live proxy, it won't execute until the live bid.
I have to say, fair warning.
So, I mean, it's, you know, I'm a little bit too fucking late. I know I'm telling y'all this stuff, but yeah. For next time, right? There's going to be a next time, right?
Next up
Right?
is lot 86, and this is Fantasy
There's
Star
going to be a
2,
next time, right?
WADA, and 8 or 9.6.
The Ghostbusters closes at 23,750.
And we got a 6
That's,
from the butt.
I get that it's a 10.0. I don't know, man. That's
8,000.
a lot of money on Ghostbusters.
Right here, 80.
Iconic.
Looking at you,
But like,
Harry.
phew.
It is out. It is all on you.
Yeah, now you just need the VGA 90 to come up, right? That's the highest grade copy, I think. You just need the VGA 90 to come up and sell for even less.
I got 9,000.
That Ghostbusters will be crossed. Crossed to what?
Also a 6
Who
megabit
bought it? What do you mean it will be? Why would you cross a 10.0? Sounds like a way to light money on fire. Fantasy Star 2, 9.6 B plus with the book included. Exceptionally rare, highest graded example out of just 4 on the Pop Report. First time selling it at Heritage. If you're wondering why it's pushing to $16,000 on Fantasy Star 2.
13.
Whew.
Again,
Man, Sega is coming out hot here. Here's the hint book that's included at the back.
Fantasy,
Sega is coming out hot out the gate.
in this collection. We have Fantasy Star 3 coming up.
Holy smokes.
Don't let them beat you out. Get all 3.
Yeah, pushing to 16,000 on this?
Fair warning.
Sega Genesis, man. Some of these Genesis grails, like the games that Sega collectors really, really care about, hardly ever come up. So, like, when they do come up, 15,000 frickin' dollars. Here's Fantasy Star 3, 9.8 A plus plus copy.
9.8 A plus.
Highest graded copy.
We are starting off.
Top example on the Pop Report. Only 9 of this one's on the Pop Report. I don't think Fantasy Star 3 gets as much love as 2. I don't think it does. Oh man, we have a comp on this. $4,000, April 2023. So there you go. $4,000, April 2023.
This is the highest graded copy that there is. So there's really.
You were recording your Elon Musk video and you missed it. No! No! Elon! Elon!
Brag to all your friends.
Another victim of Musk. He got you, man.
16. I'm currently at 1,600. I need 17 to proceed. Or if you haven't used your.
That just sucks, dude. That sucks. When it sold for like 57, when it sold for like 5,700 bucks, I was sitting here like, oh, dope. Like, you know, you probably want it. Oh, good shit, you know?
Again, highest grade. I got 1750. Another cut. I'm still looking for 8. There's the 18.
Phantasy Star 3 here, slowly but surely pushing its way to almost 2,500 bucks. It just keeps getting worse and worse. We can't let Elon keep getting away with it.
Really uplifting. I'm looking at 19. Got 19. Now I'm looking for 2,000. I got 2,000. Do I hear 2,200? I'm looking for 22.
Are you pushing these, Hamster? I mean, yeah, I'm curious if you're in on these. I know you're one of the big Sega Genesis guys that does hang out, but...
Do I hear one last bid?
You told your wife you're willing to pay 10K, and after that I said I missed it. She said, offer the guy 10K. I mean, maybe. Maybe you'll grease it out of that guy's hands.
This is a piece from my child.
I mean, that's a pretty freaking good that is a great immediate flip. If you're willing to give someone 10K, what'd it sell for? Like 5,700? That's a lot of money. I'd take that money. Now, personally, I would take that money immediately. That's a good flip right there.
Early editions with the South San Francisco address.
$2,500 for the Phantasy Star 3, so this one is actually down.
If you look at the back online,
that one is down from the last sale. I think it said April 2023, right? So yeah, Phantasy Star 2, way more sought after, rare, everything. You just sold your Phantasy Star 2 for a bit above what this one went for. Jesus, man. How are there? Who are all these people willing to pay like $20,000 for Phantasy Star 2?
Or if you have that cut bid, we can do
9.2 A plus Sonic the Hedgehog, made in Japan, early production copy. People were saying it's a second print. 9.2 A plus Sonic here. I don't know 100% myself, but the last 9.2 A plus that sold looks like it's the same variant. Sold for $13,000 in 2024. There was also a 9.6 A for $20,000 May 2024. So one of those two is probably the same variant, right? One of those two is probably the same variant. This copy is now pushing up to 27,000. So,
don't slow down.
Sonic's doing pretty darn good here.
I'm gonna have to call it.
You thought Sonic 1 was worthless? Oh, dude, no. No. Sonic 1's expensive as fuck, my guy. It sold for like 300,000 during the boom, Trevor. Sonic 1. Went for like 300,000, just nuts. Yeah, it'll never be, like, you know, it'll never be cheap again. It jumped the shark, right? Like, it's gone. Streets of Rage, 9.8 A. First time here, highest one on the census. I think there was one sale of Streets of Rage. Again, this is talking about like the most iconic, most sought after Sega grails of actual franchises that are like synonymous with Sega, right? I think there was one sale of this 2 or 3 years ago on Golden, and it went for like 96,000. VGA 85, I think, if my memory serves me correct. Pushing its way to almost 19,000. Was this 100,000 on Golden?
17 is next. I have 17. Again, this is.
And then there was another private sale around 80, 90,000. Right now, we're pushing our way to 24,000, looking for 25,000 on Streets of Rage. You always think of Streets of Rage 2 as the more iconic game? Like, you're probably right. But, you know, Streets of Rage is the first. It's the Streets of Rage.
Some people out there that has the nostalgia for something like this. 24.
Pushing its way here to almost $30,000. Streets of Rage.
24. Knew that you had it in you. Do you have 26 though? That's the real question. Or that cut of 25,000. Otherwise, we're gonna have to say, fair warning, last call. 25,000. Come on, that cut bid's half done.
Looking for 32.5 on it still. I mean, again, I think I talked to someone about this, and my own was like 30, 40.
All right,
it just seems crazy to get up to 50, 60, 70 in my opinion. Again, right, that's kind of pacing the same where I see Ocarina of Time falling in 30, 40 and
last call.
Some games like that. So what's this going to close for? 32,000? Yeah, 32,500. To me, it makes sense. To me.
Another game of my nostalgic childhood.
I know the comps are way higher, but every comp is higher from like 2022.
9.9.
32,500 is pretty freaking pretty good.
Good
Yeah,
job.
what is this sup, yo? Is this a VGA 80? I think 32,500 is pretty damn solid. Super Street Fighter 9.9 A++. Super Street Fighter 2. Wow. That's cool to see a 9.9 A++. Mint, 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 mint on this.
This might be the game for you. I'm looking for...
First time selling it since April 2023. I don't have the quick comp on it, though. It's showing me a Super Nintendo version, unfortunately, but...
This is the debut of Cammy.
Did anyone here bid on the Streets of Rage? Like, I don't even know who, I don't even know if anyone is like... You know what I mean? Most of my community isn't super heavy into Sega. So I'm gonna assume no one here is pushing this. Game Room Granny, you were pushing Streets of Rage. Holy shit. Alright, never mind. Never mind. Did you win anything, Granny? Because what? You said you were pushing... You said you were pushing the action set. You were pushing the Streets of Rage. Did you end up actually winning anything?
Alrighty. Next up,
You got some expensive taste, my guy.
91. Final Fantasy 7. What a...
The Super Street Fighter 2, 3,250 bucks there. Into Final Fantasy 7, 9.8 A+ first print, realistic violence. Pushing its way to almost $10,000 here. What are the comps? 15K, I think? No, 9,375. All right.
This is also one of the first production pieces.
I think that's the actual comp. I assume there. December 2024, 9,375. So it just needs to push one more bid here, and we beat that comp. I assume it's a first print they're showing me.
Do I have 8,000 out there? Or again, the cut of 7,750. All right, we're gonna take
Let us jump. That Link to the Past on eBay was a 9.0 A+.
It is here in my book, not with you, Heritage Live.
That was the one that recently sold for 6,000, 5,000. I'm sure some of you guys saw that on eBay.
Or again, the cut, 8,250.
Dang, dude.
Again, I'm gonna say fair warning.
7K with fees. Ah, dang, dude.
All right. 9. I got 9 here with the buck.
Oh, you bought the Griffey. There we go.
Somebody here really wants it.
There we go. That Griffey was cool. You also bought the Sandshrew Blue. Jesus, dude. Very, very, very cool, Granny. No, the last answer I got about the pizza was, the last answer I got was, WTF, no, I thought you were streaming.
It is not with you, Heritage Live.
So now I have to articulate when I'm done streaming.
We're gonna go ahead and take 9,000.
She's a great gal. She's a great guy. I tell you guys, she's a keeper.
Next slot is 92.
Can't get a good woman like that, you know. Final Fantasy 7, the first print, 9.8 A++ for 11,250. Yeah, seriously, I'm a victim of verbal abuse. Truly. Truly.
100 more up. This is the first.
Is FF7 suffering though, Monty? I think this is right in line with comps.
Only offered 3 of this game, so it's a fairly
Twisted Metal 2, 9.6 A. Twisted Metal 2 is like a grail of PS1. They don't come up much, and when they do, they're always competitive.
Pretty popular game. If you want to bid, the next bid up is going to be 2,200. Otherwise, I'm going to have to say, fair warning.
Final Fantasy 7, realistic 9.8. What are we looking at with comps here?
I got 25. It's a prior 25. You know what that
Yeah, the
means?
last one sold for $93.75. $93.75. It's up $2,000. It's up $2,000, Monty, and you're saying it's a bad sale.
I think we did.
In April 2023, it sold for fucking $6,300. It's doubled since 2023, and you're saying it's doing bad.
Last chance.
What are you on about? What are you on about?
900.
I tell you, there's no one's ever happy. It sold for as much as it sold for back in 2020. We're all the way back to 2020 pricing, man.
Next slot is
It's doing fine. It's doing fine.
PlayStation console.
Twisted Metal 2, the 9.6A for $3,600. FF7 in the 9.8 A plus just never like yeah, in the bubble it did ridiculous pricing, but like it just never, like, I don't know, 9.8 A plus I think is just too common. You know what I mean? Once we see the 9.8 A plus plus sell, I think then we'll be like, okay. Or like VGA 90s, or you know what I mean?
I like it, but I think I'll like 30 or 3,200.
Like 9.8 A plus is obviously beautiful, but it's also like Like, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying with 9.88 plus on double jewel.
34. Do I have 36? 35 would be the cut here. 36, 38. I need. Okay, how about 4? What about 42?
$3,600 on Twisted Metal 2 into a PS1 VGA 90 first production qualified Japanese, which is actually pushing up to
48.
this is a launch Japanese console as far as I can see here. VGA 90 qualified, pushing up to 7,000.
It's with you, Heritage Live.
Pushing up to 7,000, 8,000 on the Japanese qualified PS1.
We will win. I have
I am
6,000, need 65.
I am surprised by this.
6,500.
I have no idea how hard it is to find one of these. Yeah, is this something truly exceptional, Squeaks?
You can use them. You can't stockpile them up for the end. 85.
Like, it just feels like something that shouldn't be impossible. You know what I mean? This shouldn't be that difficult to find, is it?
Again, this is one of the first production consoles.
Yeah, the Shadows of the Empire. Carl, I actually said Shadows of the Empire probably should have went over 10K, personally. I commented on that when it sold, actually, that it didn't really push any more money than the 9.8 A pluses.
Guys, here 14,000.
Yeah, Shadows of the Empire. Someone else asked what's SOT? Shadows of the Empire. Now this PS1 console's up to $17,000. I just one of the most expensive items at the entire auction here, right? Like let's not get it twisted here. We're looking for $18,000 fucking dollars on a 90 qualified PS1 Japanese. Someone needs to give me a deep dive here as to why this is so sought after, how this is so rare. Because, I mean, you know, a launch model PS1 North American, right? What are we looking at? Surely a qualified North American first print PS1 isn't even in the realm of 5 figures. You should have bid on the Shadows of the Empire, but you already have a 9.6 A+. Should have just upgraded, Jonathan. Should have just upgraded.
5,500 or 55. I got 600.
Should have just upgraded your Shadows of the Empire. Sell off that 9.6 A+.
You have 7. This is a unique design from the 2007 NBA.
You're late to the stream, but saw Secret of Mana win for 62,000. What are your thoughts? Crazy. If you rewind or watch the VOD or whatever, I talk about that Secret of Mana sale quite a bit. It was crazy. 62,000 on that it's big sale, man. That's a big sale. This is really cool. PlayStation 3 limited edition console from the 2007 NBA All-Star Game. Created as a promotional giveaway during the 2007 All-Star Game in Las Vegas. Very, very limited edition cool console for people who are PS3 collectors. This is going cheap. I don't know what like limited edition consoles, PS3s or whatever should sell for, but I agree at $1,000 it just doesn't feel expensive. You know, it just doesn't feel expensive at $1,000.
850. 7145. Alrighty, 7145.
Yeah, $1,000 for the PS3 console, just like,
This is
you know, like, feels kind of expensive to you. I think it's one of those things where if you collect consoles, if you collect PS3 consoles, like, this is as rare as it gets.
A lot better.
You bought it, it's one of one. Yeah, like it's as rare as it gets, right?
38.
I don't know, $1,000. There's a lot worse things that sells for $1,000. Quick research says the SHPH, the first print PS1, is the rarest model out there, and the only one to have S-video port. So this would be the backwards compatible PS3 equivalent for PS1, probably.
All right. Y'all just want to interrupt me.
I mean, maybe, dude. maybe. What I'm hearing here is that 17,500 actually might be cheap. You know what, Squeaks? You just convinced me. You just convinced me. What a snag. What a snag. Did you say S-video? What a snag. You should have just led with that. Halo Combat Evolved 9.6A, not for resale, employee launch copy. This is the grail. This is the grail of Halo. The last 9.2A sold for 17,500. 9.6 here, pushing its way to 16.
influential game, especially for...
Should at least be able to get the 17.5 that it last sold for, right? That was in August 2024. We should be able to get there. This is a Whatnot flip? What did it sell for on Whatnot?
Alrighty, last call for 13,000. Otherwise, it's going for 12.5. Alrighty, 12.5 it is.
Wow! No one pushed the Halo. No one pushed the Halo. Interesting.
Alrighty, another Halo combat.
Yeah, Beast Wars is like that rental exclusive upper echelon ultra rare collector title. It's like, you know, Sculptor's Cut, Stunt Racer, Beast Wars. So, it's just up there. It's always been super hard to get. Cartridges are expensive, CIB, you know. And as a factory sealed game, it's just like as rare as it gets. 34,000 was big, man. Don't get me wrong, but Beast Wars has always been just one of those N64 games, you know? One of those big collector titles. Halo, 15,625. Here's Halo Combat Evolved, 85 plus retail copy. And if you guys listen to the podcast, in my opinion, this is the copy that people should chase after. In my opinion. What's rental exclusive? Yeah, released exclusively through Blockbuster. So Blockbuster would get them in like a standard game, then they gut it and rent out the cartridge. So every time Blockbuster guts these games, because some stores would rent out box and manual, but you know, most would just give out the cartridge. So then the boxes and manuals just get thrown out, discarded, whatever, and yeah. But it was still manufactured the exact same, and then sent off to Blockbuster to be, you know, Blockbuster can do whatever the hell they want with it.
Again, very influential game for
85 plus retail copy, pushing its way up to almost $12,000.
Can I get 11,000?
No, definitely not cheap. You don't understand, but I love your commentary. Yeah, I still don't understand the $17,000 price tag on it. I just can't wrap my head around that. Like, I get it, you know, first Sony and everything, first PS1, but like, if you told me it was non-qualified, if it was standard, I'd be like, okay. Okay, you know what I mean? If it was standard, okay. But 12,500 for the 85 plus retail, so yeah, the retail copy still sucks compared to the NFR. Like 9.6A NFR still outsells the 85 plus retail. I get it, just is what it is. Microsoft Xbox 85 plus Mountain Dew limited edition, one of only 5,000. The Mountain Dew Xbox is pretty cool. I wish the box itself was better, you know? All it is a sticker slapped on the front saying Mountain Dew, but it is cool. For Xbox collectors, it's really neat. Yeah, weird deals with the publishers and like to make people go to Blockbuster, right? We'll make it exclusive to our store. Oh my god, I have to go to Blockbuster to get the new game. But yeah, they probably also threw money at the publishers and shit.
We're done with this. 44? There it is. 45.
That's actually something I don't know about. I don't know if that's
46.
I don't know if that's like detailed anywhere either.
Right here, 5,000. Oh, I'm sorry. It's not number one. It is one of 5,000. My mistake. I misread that. I have 5,000.
This dude was calling this the number one. One of one.
6,000.
The Mountain Dew Xbox, though, pushing its way up to $7,500. Do I still collect Black Box? Yes, loosely. I didn't sell any of my Black Box titles. Like, I still do want to finish the Black Box collection. It'll just be CIB. I don't need factory sealed, but yeah, I do. I would say yes. I just need to put more effort into actually saying, yeah, sorry, that's what I meant, Matt. That he was saying it's number one out of 5,000. Number one.
I'm now looking for 7,000.
The number one console.
You still have it.
Still pushing its way here, slowly but surely up to $9,000. Can I actually show you guys the Mountain Dew Xbox?
Otherwise, fair warning, last call. Don't slow down.
Yeah, like, imagine how much better the box would be if it actually,
You know what I'm about to say.
you know what I mean? If it actually showed the Xbox
Can I get that 7 or 7
instead of just a sticker.
I'm looking for that 75.
Like, that's fucking awesome, right? Like, this is awesome, but you just don't get the, you know, look how cool that could be. Look how much cooler the box could be if it actually showed the console. I genuinely think it would sell for like 2 times the price if the box had actual, you know, flair and aesthetic to it. But
I need you to bid up to
instead, all we get is a little sticker saying Mountain Dew Limited Edition.
Fair warning.
Still pushing its way up to $10,000.
85 it is. Do I hear 9,000? I'm looking for 9.
Also pushing its way to 11,000. Still slowly but surely.
Don't slow down completely. I know that we got a little bit less. We also have the 8750 if you haven't used your...
One game after this to close out day 1, and it's Fortnite. The highest graded copy ever sold, sitting at $4,000. 9.9 A++ with the llama sticker Fortnite.
Do you have it?
That's to close the auction here. Whenever people decide they're done bidding on the Mountain Dew Xbox.
Do you have 10? Or
Whenever they decide to let this one go.
I'm looking for 90, or I'm at 95. I need 10 to proceed. Otherwise, 10,000 it is. Do I
always appreciate the content, Grego.
Let's go, Viridian. I appreciate you, dude, for the 5. Huge little dono there to close out. Oh, I thought Fortnite could push like 15, 20, I think. As you know, like I think Fortnite can push here, man.
Otherwise,
that could be a juicy ender to the auction here.
We're almost there. Come on.
Looking for 15 grand on the Xbox now, which I dig. Now we're getting real, right? Now we're getting into like qualified Japanese PS1 kind of pricing. Like this is a special item now. Special.
I'm looking straight at the camera, looking at you.
You really should get your Kasumi Blue Xbox graded. You should. The next signature is going to be insane. Why? Why is that, hamster?
Alrighty, I'm going to say 12. What do we got? 7, 1, 2, 2.
The Xbox closes at 15,000 on the nose. And here we go.
And it is
Fortnite 9.9 A++. The last 9.8 A++ sold for 13,750. That was November 2024.
36.
November 2024, 9.8 for 13,750. So, will the 9.9 be able to get a premium, or will it just be able to match? Will it just be able to match the other comp, right? Pushing its way to 6,000.
I need 46.
Yeah, you do the do, but you had to let that do go. Were you pushing it, Gino?
There it is. I need 55. Do I hear 6?
You had someone looking to buy a copy of Fortnite for his grandson at the store a couple days ago. You had to chuckle explaining the situation. Oh, that guy was just trying the oldest trick in the book, man. That guy was doing the oldest. Oh, I'm looking for a copy of Stadium Events. My son used to love playing it. Oh, it's a birthday gift.
Fair warning.
That dude was trying to play you, man.
There it is. 6,000.
Very late bid here on the Fortnite. I thought it was done, dude. I thought this Fortnite was just about to close at like $7,500.
It's the last auction or last lot of the night.
2 people are pushing here. Looking for 8,750 on it.
7,000 it is.
Here we go. 10,000, Ted. You're curious if it'll pass 10K? You immediately proved wrong, Ted. Immediately proved wrong.
8750.
Looking for 11,250.
I'm gonna have to say fair warning.
You spoke too soon, Ted.
8,500. I need 9,000 to move on. I'm not seeing it, so last call. Are we sure we're done here?
Closing out here.
Alrighty, at 85.
Yeah, so that's what I said here, if it would even be able to match the comp, because we just saw a 9.8 A++ back in November. So what, three months between copies, you know what I mean? It's just, we see it a lot of the time where you have too many copies come up at once, and I know it's only one copy 3 months apart, but when one person already leaves the, one person already left, right? The 13,750 guy already left. So it's hard for the next copy, even if it's a 9.9, to match the same sale. Oh yeah, hell of an auction. Hell of an auction. Hell of an auction. The 9.8 A++ red taking the top spot at 81,000. The action set number 2 at 68,000. Secret of Mana 9.88 plus at the 3 slot at 62. Pokemon Crystal, 9.88 plus at 42. And Chrono Trigger, the 90 at $40,000. The Beast Wars, man, was top 7. The 9.48 plus, 37,500. Sold for the same amount as Left Bros. That's kind of crazy, man. Left Bros and Beast Wars. Same price at 37,500. That's kind of interesting. That's kind of crazy. Beast Wars outselling Mario Bros, outselling Ocarina of Time, outselling Smash Bros. The true grail is Beast Wars. Beast Wars is the grail. That's kind of nuts to see, man. The 9.88 plus Ocarina, 35,000, 30,000 on Pokemon Yellow. Sonic the Hedgehog bounced up big time there at 26,000. The Mortal Kombat 9.88 plus, nicest copy ever sold for 25,000. Woof! Yeah, truly, we've swung the pendulum all the way back. It's a collector's market again. Frickin' Secret of Mana and Beast Wars leading the way, hey? Chrono Trigger, all the old-time grails are back at the top. Pokemon Red still, you know, it's Pokemon. Like, they have their slots as well, but after that, man, we got the collector games up here. Mana, Chrono, Beast Wars. The tech bro speculators who never heard of anything but Mario are out. Dude, it's more like all the comic book people who know nothing about video games are out. Right? I think that's the truth of it. All of the people who came in from other hobbies, the sports bros, the comic bros, the people who don't know, like, you know, anything about video games, they just know Mario, Zelda. Those people have left in droves. So anyone still hanging out, yeah, probably has interest in buying something like Mortal Kombat, Ghostbusters, or an Ultra Prototype 64 controller. But yeah, wow. Coming off of that, I think it was strong. I think that was strong across the board, honestly. There's very few things here where I can even sit and say, oh, you know, that went cheap or something. Predictions for tomorrow? Oh, I can't. I don't have enough voice left here. Yeah, I need to get my dominoes, dude. What do you mean predictions for tomorrow? Tomorrow does start up 4 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Eastern. Can I even get to tomorrow's? Can I nicely get there? I don't even know how to get to tomorrow. Oh, here we go. Here's tomorrow. Oh. Yeah, tomorrow's going to be fun. Tomorrow I might play some bids. We'll see. Man. First print box only? 9.6 tomorrow? Jesus Christ. That could do something. Wolfenstein? Yeah, there's the Wolfenstein 3D up here. The VGA 85 for PC. And these Turtles games, hey, they just... Surely this is like it, right? We've seen like 5 copies of these. Yeah, tomorrow I might bid on some stuff too. I need to really comb through the auction and see. And yes, CGC will grade box only now. That is something they do. They will grade box onlys. Did you review the top sales? I did, Mike. I did. I did. Is that Wolfenstein 3D? What do you mean a re-release? Yeah, it just depends how prices do tomorrow. And I might be able to actually toss some bids. Today, you guys know how day one is. It's just frickin' expensive, man. All the stuff is so rare, expensive. It's tough to be a day one bidder. It's tough out there as a day one guy, but day two, yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. This is probably the coolest item tomorrow out of everything is this like gold Sonic award. I have no idea what it's going to sell for, and I am very surprised they put it day 2. Because I just, you know what I mean? Just sell it with Sonic 1. Just sell it with Sonic 1 in day 1. Because I don't know what the hell it's going to sell for, but like, it's a, it commemorates 1 million copies sold or something. Yeah. The cartridge and plaque commemorates 1 million copies of Sonic 2 in the United States. Like, I don't know. Feels like a day 1 item to me, you know? All the prototype items, the Sonic 1 went that day. Just feels like a day 1 kind of game to me, but on that note, you guys, I am going to go get some food. I'm going to stop talking. I'm just going to stop talking for the next couple hours. I'm glad the girlfriend isn't home. I'm done. I'm done. Whenever I come off a stream, I'm done, dude. I'm done talking. So, Videogames@ha.com. The next signature auction is coming up in May. The next signature is coming up in May, and you have an April to reach out for consignment. Videogames@ha.com. There's another link in the description, and huge thanks to them sponsoring. Huge thanks, guys, being here. 4 p.m. Central Time, 5 p.m. Eastern Time tomorrow. 4 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Eastern. I will see you guys tomorrow. Feedback on Fortnite? I think it's fine. I think it's great. It did what I expected, you know? It was always going to go over $10,000. They just do. They go over 10,000. So with Fortnite, for me, it's completely expected. That's kind of all I can say at this point, right? I don't like agree with it necessarily. I think it's expensive, but it is what it is. Fortnite's established at this point. So have a good night, everybody. Have a good night.